24 high school football season. And for the third time in the last 4 years, we start here at Liberty High School. We welcome you in to the Dutch Miller Beckley Auto Mall pregame show with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, here is producing, Loretta Stiltner directing, and we also have our stat man on hand, Chris Farish. Well, Eric, it's finally here. We're about a half an hour away of starting the 2024 season, and it's a battle between one of the greatest nicknames, the Polka Dots, and the Liberty Raiders. It's only the second all-time meeting between the two schools. They met back in 2021 in the postseason, in which Poca won, and now they start the regular season here tonight.
Yeah, and the Polka Dots made the nice trip down from Putnam County to this nice venue. What a great venue to open up, and all these fields now in Raleigh County with turf, Maris. It really brings it enhances the Friday night lights.
Yeah, you know, most of this week we had intense heat throughout the Raleigh County area, and we had quite a storm in the Beckley area and here in Glen Daniel last night, and had a little bit of heat, a little bit of thunder, but it looks like we're going to have a beautiful night for high school football tonight.
Yeah, the weather, you know, I don't want to bring down the thunder, but the weather, they did the right thing by this was supposed to kick off at 7, I think, and they moved it to 7:30, and that will make a difference. The humidity was up real high today, and, you know, me personally, I like, you know, how the sun is going down and these kids can really get out there and battle.
And a couple of the names that we'll be talking about here tonight are the quarterbacks or the featured players for both of these teams. First of all, for the visiting team, Poca, coached by Seth Ramsey, their quarterback, Cam McBride, 5'10", 160-pound junior. He's a very versatile quarterback. He can throw the ball. He can get things done with his legs, and he can put pressure on that Liberty defense.
Yeah, and that's what you need early on in the season, you know, a veteran quarterback, you know, with Poca, and he's going to know everything, you know, to do to run the offense and get everybody in position. So right now, I'm leaning towards Poca with that experience.
And when you look at the Poca here, at least on paper, their roster, most of their backs are all about the same. 5'10", 165 pounds is Jones. Then you have this 5'10", 165-pound other back over here, which is Bennett. Bonnet, beg your pardon. You got Bonnet, you got Jones. They look like very interchangeable parts. They're almost like the same height, same weight, and small but very like a scat back type.
Yeah, and as you look at them going through warm-ups, looks like they're going to do, you know, what most offenses do now. They run out of that gun, out of the pistol. They'll get under center a little bit. And as you said, Liberty looks like they're going to have to be able to tackle in space with the size and probably speed of these backs.
And speaking of Liberty, of course, Mark Workman, the head coach, his son Jackson will be the starting quarterback, a freshman, 6'1", 225. And, you know, it's like having a coach on the field by having the coach's son, the quarterback.
Well, and as we saw last night, I'm referencing Independence, I don't look at Jackson Workman as a freshman. A lot of football under his belt. We had a chance to do, you know, the middle school games last year, and what we saw out of him, he's a player, he's a gamer, and I look for him to play big tonight.
Yeah, a couple of backs that Liberty will rely on tonight and throughout the year. Chris Bowman, a 5'11", 174-pound senior, and Isaac Williams, a 5'8", 160-pound junior.
And I think the thing, it's a youth movement here at Liberty, but I won't use that as an excuse for the Liberty Raiders because they're young but experienced, because we had a chance to do, you know, their games last year, and they had a lot of sophomore and freshmen out there, and those guys had a chance to grow up, you know, under fire. So this will be you know, big expectations for this group moving forward.
And, Eric, as you're talking, I'm looking around, the crowd continuing to file in. Of course, they've got the new bleachers that they've had for a year or two now opposite on the other side for the Poca fans, and a lot of Liberty fans still making their way in. Kickoff set for the bottom of the hour. We're going to take our first pregame break as the Dutch Miller Beckley Auto Mall pregame show rolls on here from Liberty High School. We'll be right back after this here on Video Productions.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience, 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
It's fourth down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but Brian moves! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it!
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
How much is that doggy in the window?
Let the sunshine in. Get started today with new windows and doors from Window World of Beckley. What better way to do that than our energy-efficient windows and doors for every budget and style? We offer superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price. We offer great financing options too. So why wait? Transfer your home today with Window World of Beckley and let the sun shine.
And welcome back to Liberty High School here in Glen Daniel, West Virginia, getting you ready for the opening game of this 2024 high school football season. At the bottom of the hour, the Poca Dots taking on the Liberty Raiders. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Exit Realty. Your broker is Luke Richmond. You can dial him up at 304-256-0101, or you can check him out on the web at wvexitelevation.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by State Farm. You're in good hands with State Farm, and like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Your local agent is Scotty Brown. You can reach him at 681-238-6130. Also, tonight's game brought to you in part by Giovanni's, where we had our pregame meal. Mamma mia! If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. What delicious food we had there, and also with a nice blue can of Pepsi. And I'll tell you, Eric, I know you missed the pregame meal, but that's all right. Myself, Nick, and Loretta, we made up for you not being there.
Yeah, I figured. I was there in spirit, though, guys.
Yes, you were.
In spirit.
All right, well, talking about spirit, Eric, there'll be other games going on, of course, around the state of West Virginia. This is week one. Had some games last night. And there were like 8 or 9 games, and that's the most I can recall on a Thursday prior on an opening night. And was there anything out? I know you and I had a chance to watch the Independence Herbert Hoover game, which Independence led at one point 30-15. Hoover came back and won 37-30. Anything about that game or any other game that you saw that stood out last night?
Yeah, the thing that stood out to me last night with Independence is the quarterback play out of the young freshman, Brock Green. He really held his own against the seasoned Herbert Hoover team, and the Independence, and of course Silas Nelson was exceptional last night. He did it all, had a pick six, ran the ball really hard, and I think Independence, they'll go through some growing pains a little bit with the schedule, but I think they'll be able to pick up some momentum, and they'll be a tough out later on in the year.
Yeah, and speaking of their schedule, we'll have 4 of Independence 5 home games. We'll have the game with Scott when Independence plays Bluefield, and also when they play Mingo Central and Princeton. And speaking of Princeton, Princeton got a big win against Capital in Princeton last night, 41-6 or 12? 41-12 last night.
A late score.
Yeah, big win for Princeton.
And Princeton is everything as advertised. I would have to right now, even before the season started, you'd have to put them as one of the favorites to take the AAA title after the great showing that they had last year and really hanging with Martinsburg for the first quarter and a half in that championship game.
And of course, we'll keep you up to date with scores throughout the night as we have our broadcast here. And, Eric, I was thinking one of the reasons that maybe that Princeton and Capital played last night because they didn't want to go against the big crowd at Graham and Bluefield tonight at Mitchell Stadium. The battle between the Bluefields, the Virginia side Graham, the West Virginia side Bluefield. And I thought if that was the case, that was a smart thing to play on Thursday because there's so many people that's going to be going over to Mitchell Stadium for Bluefield and Graham.
You're exactly right. People from Princeton that don't even have a dog in the fight like to go down and watch that exceptional game, and that was a good way to kick it off for Princeton. And now I don't know if Princeton and Bluefield play this year.
They play next week.
Okay, so so strategically too, they can go down and scout. Of course, Bluefield was there scouting them last night, but I think that was a smart play by the Princeton staff.
And perhaps the most intriguing matchup in any class is the 4A class. Huntington is at Hurricane tonight.
I mean, in any poll you look at, I was on Max Preps. They're either one or two or three with Martinsburg. You know, the prohibitive number one. I mean, you're starting out with a playoff caliber atmosphere right there with Huntington and Hurricane.
Yeah, in 4A, most people have Martinsburg 1, Huntington 2, Hurricane 3. So
and we had a chance to talk about this, you know, off mic several times, that 16 teams only in the 4A. Every game's a playoff game.
Yeah.
You're jockeying to get the top 4 spots or the top 8 spots every week.
And you talk about Huntington, like I said, they play Hurricane tonight. They play Martinsburg next week. So they're playing the number 3 team tonight. They're number 2, and then they'll go to number 1 next week.
What do they call those, litmus tests? You know,
something like that.
You're going to find out your medal. You're going to see what you have the first 2 weeks of the season.
Well, what we have here tonight in Glen Daniel is the crowd continuing to file in, and we think we'll have a full house before we get ready to get the game started at the bottom of the hour. Go ahead and take our second break here in the Dutch Miller Beckley Auto Mall pregame show, and we're getting you ready for the countdown to kickoff at the bottom of the hour, streaming live here on Video Productions.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert Z. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you're about to go on the most important journey, it matters who you choose to start it with. From your very first prenatal appointment, Access Health's dedicated team is here to support you with the latest technology and personalized care. Preparing for your little one's arrival is a special time. And when the big day arrives, you can be confident knowing you have the same team to guide and support you. Access Health, your partner in health every step of the way.
Have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
And we welcome you back to Liberty High School, and they're getting ready to play the national anthem. Waiting for them to bring the flag out now to the middle of the field.
Destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional.
And we welcome you back to Liberty High School here in Glendaniel, West Virginia. As there you can see the horse Black Beauty, as it's known here in Glendaniel. And what a great job as they came out with the Liberty Band to play the national anthem. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. You can sign up for fall leagues, and also you can have your next birthday party there. For more information, you can dial them up at 304-253-7328. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Infinity Coal. If you want to work close to home, you can come and join the team at the Infinity Coal Company located in Sophia, West Virginia. Infinity Coal offers a no premium, no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company matching 401k plan. And you can go on Facebook at United Coal and check all that information out. And also you can apply there, or you can go by the Guard Shack located on Independence Road in Sophia, West Virginia, and pick up an application there as well. Well, we're about 6 minutes away from getting the 2024 season started. And, you know, Eric, as we talked about in our first segment, this is the third time in 4 years since you and I have been working with video productions that we've started here in Glendaniel. And we're going to have a big crowd. I think we're going to be in for a very competitive game between the Polka Dots, coached by Seth Ramsey, and the Liberty Raiders, coached by Mark Workman.
Yeah, and I think the teams, are really geared up. This first game, you have a little nerves. You go through your preseason practices and your scrimmages, but there's still nothing like opening night. And I think early on, whoever can control those nerves, Maris, will have the upper hand.
Yeah, I think so. And also, throughout the course of the night, and like I said, it's a hot, steamy night, and definitely conditioning. And because for most of August conditionings, especially here more toward the last couple weeks, how hot it's been. So I think the team that's conditioned better, because neither one of these teams are very deep. Liberty with only 31 players, and Poca's got like 36, 37, 38 players.
And both teams with probably a lot of guys going both ways in the 22 starters, on offense and defense. So it can be a battle of attrition, and whoever can establish drives too, because if you can control the pace and the tempo, a lot of people say rest on offense, but if you can really control the clock and the tempo, that bodes well for either team.
And if you're moving the ball, you don't want to rest on offense. You want to keep going and maybe snap the ball maybe within 7, 8, 9 seconds in between plays.
Yeah, and that's going to be vital for both teams, getting that rhythm, that rhythm on offense. And I'm anxious to see how these teams match up.
Well, taking a look at their preseason scrimmages, first for Poca, they scrimmaged Riverside and Lincoln County, and they fared very well according to their coach, Ramsey, is what he told me. But then they ran into St. Albans and didn't quite have the success with St. Albans. They had the other two. But I happened to notice last night, of course, I know George Washington's really good. George Washington shut out St. Albans in the first game of the regular season, 39 to nothing last night. Yes.
Yeah, and my preseason predictions from George Washington, I think, they're going to have one of the best, lines in the state, and they're going to challenge in the postseason in that 4A division.
Also for Liberty, they scrimmaged Ripley. And, when I did the interview with Coach Mark Workman, I said, there was never a time until now that you would ever put Liberty and Ripley in the same sentence. You just wouldn't think because where they're geographically located and the size of schools. But that's who Liberty scrimmaged first, and that was a couple weeks ago. And it was a Saturday morning. And I remember it was extremely hot the day that they scrimmaged Ripley. They did it right here, and then they also scrimmaged Meadow Bridge.
Yeah, and two good quality opponents right there. The Meadow Bridge, probably diverse styles. Meadow Bridge pretty much lines up and tries to run at you. So Liberty got a chance to test its run defense. And also with Ripley, we've had a chance in years past to see them, and they air it out a little bit and run multiple offense. So both teams probably did well with who they chose to scrimmage, and let's see how it pans out tonight and opening night.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel with locations in Beckley and Princeton. Love me some pig at Cracker Barrel, the old country store. No matter whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, I love me some eggs, love me some sausage, love me some bacon, love me some pig from Cracker Barrel. As we welcome you back here to Liberty High School, we are about 3 minutes away from getting the game underway. The Poca captains are across the way waiting for the rest of the team, which is down in the end zone, to actually, Eric, make their entrance onto the field to the far side and waiting for Liberty. They'll come out of the locker room from our right, and we're moments away from having that happen. But I think we're going to be in for a very good, very competitive game. Like I said, only the second time in the history of these two teams that they've played. They played in the 2021 playoffs at Poca, and Poca won that game.
Yeah, and Liberty's probably wanting to get a little get back, although a lot of these players probably were not involved in that game. But anytime you lose in the playoffs, you would like to pay that team back, and what better time than tonight for Liberty to try to answer that call.
The crowd continued to come in. Like I said, the game was originally scheduled to kick off at 7, but like so many other games, they changed the time because of the intense heat. Liberty now set to make their entrance as they are to our right. They'll be wearing black helmets and their black shirts, and as their captains walk out, Eric, from a distance, I know it's red, not orange, but it looks a little bit like the Chicago Bears, and the way Poca is in their traveling silver and white and red, they look a little bit like Ohio State.
Yeah, they look exactly like the Buckeyes. And the Buckeye team, speaking of the college, they're looking to do big things too, this year. National championship or bust for those guys.
Yep. So here comes the 4 captains for Liberty, and there's 4 captains across the way for Poca, and they'll meet the officials there at midfield. And I guess we'll have the toss of the coin before the teams make their entrance. But, Eric, it's hard to believe already our 4th year, you and I here on Video Productions, and now Poca making their way out on the field. Liberty set to do that in a minute. But I think we're in for a good one, so sit back, open up a blue can of Pepsi, or if you like the Diet Pepsi, a silver can, or if you like Pepsi Zero, a black can. Make it Pepsi, the drink for football.
Yeah, and tonight it looks like the polka dots traveled well. Got filling up the visitors' side of the bleachers, and just the excitement of Game 1.
Of course, Eric, you will know this. They had Scott Neely, right? That's his name, that played at, I think I got that name right. Neely, he plays at Virginia, comes from Poca. Mm-hmm. He's a starting guard, 6'7" shooting guard for University of Virginia for their basketball team.
Yeah, he was a great player, as we had a chance to see him, and I think it's McNeely.
I think you're right. You are right.
His last name. But,
right, you are correct.
Yes.
I just had that off the top of my head. I didn't have it in front of me, but I do remember him as There is Black Beauty, the horse, racing up and down. I'll tell you what.
Revving it up.
Hey, if you're Liberty, maybe you can put Black Beauty in the backfield, pitch the ball to the horse, and let the horse run around the end, but it lost its hat.
Hey, she lost her hat as she kicked it in gear, but that's one of the best traditions on Friday nights that we've come across. I love to see that horse and the way it presents the American flag, and it's a good tradition they've started here at Liberty.
Well, we've got viewers from everywhere, viewers in Columbus, Ohio, checking out the game here tonight. We've had the toss of the coin, and want to let you know that the opening kickoff is brought to you by Edward Jones, and your local Edward Jones financial advisor is Heather Cantley, and she's my financial advisor, and she takes good care of me. She'll take good care of you. You can reach Heather at 304-254-9995 because, you know, you work hard for your money, so when you're ready to retire, you can let your money work hard for you. And you don't even have to be retired if you just got to plan ahead for when that day comes, and Heather Cantley will help you out. So, Eric, while I was talking, did you see who won the toss? I didn't happen to catch that.
No, I did not. I was too busy seeing who was retrieving the hat. The hat.
That fell off from the young lady was on the horse that went down the sidelines.
Hey, our director, Miss Loretta
Stiltner here.
That the Dots won it.
Yep. So
I don't know if they deferred or elected to receive, though. We'll see when they line up here.
The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, here. We got the guru of stats, Chris Farish, here.
Looks like Poca's going to receive.
And Poca will receive as Liberty will set to tee it up there between the 40s.
Hey, Poca said on the road we're going to take the rock and try to drive it down the throats of the Liberty Raiders.
So it'll be McClanahan. He'll be on the near side here for Poca. And trying to see who's there on the far side. That looks like Bonnet on the far side. And we've got it teed up here on the near side hash. And we are ready to get the 2024 high school football season underway as Riley Marty's got it teed up. And we are underway from Glen Daniel. It's an onside kick, and it's going to be great field position for Poca as they'll start this drive on their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, and we see that. That's one thing that we see a lot in high school football. Giving up great field position by trying to steal a possession early on in these contests, and we'll see if the defense from the Liberty Raiders can hold up with the short field that they presented themselves with.
And you're right, Eric. When you give up short field like that, it really didn't catch them by surprise. Poca was ready for that. Cam McBride will lead them up. McBride, a 5'10", 160-pound junior, 1st and 10 from his own 44-yard line, works up under center, out of the eye. And we got a false start right off the bat.
Yeah, that looks like the right guard for Poca. I hate to say his name, first time on a penalty, but Nicholas Dillard moved a little bit. And I love how all the Liberty Raiders pointed at him and said,
yeah,
you did it.
So it'll be 1st and 15. They'll move the ball back inside the 40 to the 39 on the 5-yard penalty. And here's something you very rarely see, too, today in today's football, the I formation like this, up under center. So here's McBride on 1st and 15, and they moved again.
Yes, that's going to be on a wide out there. That's going to be on Peyton Cook. So right now the onside kick is working in reverse because 2 penalties have taken the ball back inside the 35.
Yeah, we haven't even ran a play yet.
To the 34.
Yeah, haven't ran a play yet, and now they're already lost 10 yards on 2 penalties. And just, those are things that drive coaches crazy.
Especially
just the very first series.
And especially on the road.
Yeah.
That is not the kind of start you don't want to get out of the gates. But in turn, if you're Liberty, you cannot give up a first down here. You got some momentum going via the flag, so you need to really get a stop here.
And what do we got?
Timeout.
Yeah, so Poca just really kind of discombobulated from the beginning as they had 2 false start penalties and had 1st and 20 now, the ball back inside the 35 at their own 34, and now had to burn a timeout. So really not a good way to start if you're Poca.
And I think that's a great timeout by Coach Seth Ramsey right there. Settle them down. Say, look, let's get a good positive play on this first down because they've yet to even snap the ball.
Well, yeah,
2 dead ball penalties.
And, Eric, you're right. It's one thing if you have a guy that might run the wrong way or didn't get the play right. It's another to have two penalties, we don't even snap. We can't even line up right. You don't even get the ball snapped.
And what my coaches used to say, if you go out and you false start or whatever, that's mental. That's you. You know the count. You go out. You have to be mentally prepared when you get to that line of scrimmage.
So out of the timeout, maybe third time's a charm. We'll get the ball snapped here. It's 1st and 20 for Poca at their own 34-yard line. Now McBride, once again, he'll work up under center.
Liberty's real close to the line. Defensively, nobody's 10 yards off the ball.
And it's going to be a pass play. McBride will roll the pocket. Got a man wide open, and it's caught down the near sideline. It's going to be a touchdown for Poca. No penalty flags, one play, and Poca scores after having 2 back-to-back false starts. A beautiful play as we watch this right here.
Well, that's kind of what I was trying to state. It was defensively, there were 10 people within 8 yards of the football. Everyone was sucked up, expecting run, and that was a great play call. Nice pitch and catch as Poca strikes after two big penalties to start the game.
And that's Jackson McClanahan able to haul it in for the touchdown, and now they'll set for the extra point. So just like that, a one-play drive, 56 yards on the drive, and now for the PAT. And the kick is up, and it looks good, and it is good.
Wow, that kicker's got a nice leg, nice little distance on the extra point. So, and the Poca Dots strike first, Maris, as they go up 7-0, going over the top of the Liberty defense.
Yeah, so you're talking about a 66-yard touchdown pass for the touchdown from McBride to Callahan. It's a one-play, 56-yard drive, the extra point good, 7-0. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes good in a blue can if it's Pepsi, or a silver can if it's Diet Pepsi, or in a black can if it's Pepsi Zero. But I'll tell you, Eric, and you'd mentioned it, that was a great timeout that Coach Ramsey called to settle them down after 2 false starts, and then, wow, they hit the home run.
And a great play call, too.
Yes.
Because if the coaches in the booth to our right saw what we saw, that is the perfect play call because the defenders were way too close to the line of scrimmage. Anything over top was going to work.
Yeah, we're only 12 seconds into the game, and Poca is up 7-0. And now, if you're Liberty, how do you respond to this?
You have to respond to this because it seemed like you had the visiting team, the Dots, on their heels, and now they have all the momentum after a big strike in the air.
Well, Cam McBride was one of the players we talked about, one of the featured players for Poca, and he showed why the quarterback as he threw a perfect ball, and a good job by Jackson McClanahan, a 5'11 junior, 160-pounder, able to get behind the Liberty defense, haul it in for the touchdown. So on the far side, 40 on the hash. It'll be Poca kicking off, leading in the game 7-0.
With the leg on this kid, I say they're kicking away.
And they will kick it deep, and it'll be returnable as it's going back inside the 5 and not going to be able to get it up to the 20. Good coverage. Maybe right to the 20. Nope, not quite to the 20.
Wow, and the young man that caught the touchdown, Maris, Jackson McClanahan, was the first to make the initial contact, sprinting down on the kick coverage.
So let's see. He's going to be, I think, right at the 15, maybe shy of the 15. Call it the 13-yard line. And Liberty will start there as Jackson Workman will bring them out. So Liberty first chance on offense from their own 13-yard line. Jackson Workman will be the quarterback. We'll probably hear a lot of Chris Bowman's name and Isaac Williams' name, and they'll work from the gun on first down.
And as you can see, looks like Poca's going with safety high, and he's good 12 yards off of the field.
And that's a run all the way for Workman as he crosses the 15 and gets out to maybe the 16-yard line. They'll give him 3 on the play.
Yeah, good safe call early on when your back's against your own end zone. And Jackson Workman ran it real hard, trying to give him some breathing room.
Actually,
Raiders.
Yeah, actually they're going to give him to the 17, give him 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. So here's a second down play for Liberty. Workman works from the shotgun. Takes the snap, throws it short. We've got a screen on the far side, got some running room, and that's going to be a Liberty first down.
Yeah, good-looking play there, and that was picked up by Colton Tolliver as he catches what what's a little bubble screen as we see on the Little General instant replay here, and he knew what to do with it once he caught it, and that's 2 positive plays for Liberty as they try to answer the early score from the Polka Dots.
Yeah, that'll pick up 8 and get the ball out to the 25-yard line. And like you said, Eric, 2 very safe plays, especially when you've got a freshman quarterback and you're backed up deep in your own territory.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with either play call. Just trying to get some breathing room here.
So 1st and 10, Liberty on their own 25-yard line. Workman out of the shotgun. Going to be a running play, and Poca's all over that, and that will go nowhere. So good job by the Polka Dots on that play.
Yeah, and I think they gave him back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that'll go for none yards.
Yeah, but that's one of those plays you have to run to keep those linebackers honest.
So it looks like that they're signaling the play in. Plenty of time on the play clock at 18. Liberty not in any hurry. Workman works from the shotgun. From his own 25, takes the snap, move the pocket, throwing the ball deep, and that's going to be overthrown. And just really good coverage by Poca, and really nothing there.
Yeah, nothing there, and he had to get Jackson Workman had to get rid of that a little faster probably than he wanted to on the rollout here, as some pressure was being applied by Poca, and I think that that route was supposed to develop a little longer.
So let's see what Liberty will cook up here on 3rd and 10 from their own 25-yard line. If you're just joining us, you can see on the screen Poca leads 7-0. They scored on the first play of the game after they had back-to-back false starts and had a 1st and 20. They were able to strike one a big home run, a 56-yard or actually 66-yard touchdown pass from their talented quarterback McBride to McClanahan, and the point was good, 7-0 Poca. 3rd and 10, and now we're going to have Liberty to call a timeout. So we've seen that on the first possession. Poca had to burn a timeout, and now Liberty's got to call a timeout.
Yeah, and with this, this possession, I think Coach Workman's probably going to say, don't do anything. We don't need a costly turnover here. Probably call a safe play call here, and maybe live to punt it away.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by West Virginia Exit Elevation Realty. As Luke Richmond is your broker. You can call him at 304-256-0101, or you can check him out at wvexitelevation.com. Also want to tell you about Giovanni's Pizza. Mamma mia. Giovanni's, that's where we had our pregame meal. And delicious food is always delicious pizza. If you're not Italian going in, you'll be Italian coming out. And speaking of coming out of the break, for Liberty, it'll be 3rd and 10, Eric. They'll have the ball on their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, let's see what Coach Workman dials up out of this early timeout as they go trips to the right, one down at the bottom of your screen to the boundary.
Poca look like they're putting guys back in coverage. They'll roll the pocket. Workman looks to throw. He has time, throws the ball, got a man out there, and the man slipped and fell down, and that'll bring up a 4th down on the incompletion, and Liberty will have to punt.
Yeah, and just looks like feet got tangled up as Jackson Workman threw it to a spot, threw a nice pass, but no one there to receive it.
So it'll bring up a punt situation. The clock stops on the incompletion. And going back to punt will be Riley Marty to punt it away for Liberty. And for Poca, going back, waiting to receive it, will be Bonnet. Preston Bonnet waiting to receive the punt. Here's the snap. There's the kick. That's a pretty good kick. And probably not going to be returned. Or
yeah,
maybe
that's returnable.
Yep, take a big bounce. Bonnet across the 40, crosses midfield. And he's got a nice return as he gets inside the 40. What a big hit as his helmet comes off.
Wow.
And you're right, Eric. It took that big – when the ball was first punted, I didn't think it would be returnable, but that's a nice return of over 20 yards.
He might wish he didn't return that. As you see the big hit at the end of this. I don't know who came in, but they came in and laid pads on this one. It was the punter. Oh. Wow. That's going to be on someone's top plays this week.
And no, did they throw a flag? They may have. The officials are talking about it.
Well, was he out of bounds?
Well, maybe the shot to the head. The officials across the way were discussing it.
No shot to the head.
I don't see a flag. I do see a flag now. I do see a flag. You can see right there where the official saying about the 36-yard line. There's a penalty flag.
I have an opinion on that. I just think that was football play.
So we'll see what they called. But now you can see the flag where I'm talking about across the way. And I haven't seen an indication.
I think you pick that up and play on.
Well, we're going to see as they're discussing it.
Of course, that's just my opinion.
But if it stays, and if they do that, it's great field position. They're going to be at the Liberty 37-yard line, and I think they're going to do exactly what you said. Maybe they are going to pick it up. Let's see. And waiting for the official to give an indication.
Is it targeting? I mean,
well, I'm not sure. And let's see what they're going to call.
Well, let's hear this one.
Personal foul on Poca. Is that what he?
Oh, I didn't see anything on the hit.
No.
That was just good, clean football.
So let's see where they'll mark that off from. Maybe I don't know if we're at the end of the play.
Or did they point the wrong way? No, they're going down. They're going the other way.
No. The penalty's going to go against Poca, but it's still going to be good field position. As Poca's going to start this second drive. Looks to be on the 40-yard line of Liberty where the officials are standing. That's where they'll put the ball at. So after all that.
I don't understand all I saw right there, but we'll go with it.
After all of that, Poca will have it for the second time tonight, leading 7-0. They'll have a first down at the Liberty 40. Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what took place there either.
Well, let's see if Liberty makes some adjustments here on.
And the officials are still talking, so maybe we haven't seen the last of where the ball's going to be. So I'm not sure. Here comes one of the officials. Now they're moving the ball back up. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe they pointed the wrong direction. I think you were right the first time. They pointed the wrong direction, and now with the penalty, the ball goes down to the 25-yard line.
Offsetting personal fouls and they're repunting.
Wow.
But I didn't see anything that.
But see, I don't know how that would be. Yeah, I guess it would be.
Can we pull up the replay?
But there was a lot of confusion, and we've got it straightened out now. So they're going to repunt. Let's see. We watch the replay. He's still in bounds. See, right there is a shot to the head is why I thought they may call that.
That is not a shot to the head, though.
Yeah.
I mean, his helmet came off, but he got hit in his shoulder pad.
Well, nevertheless, it's going to be a redo, and Liberty will kick it again. There's the snap. There's the punt. And that's a beautiful kick. It's returnable.
Great
coverage.
Tackle.
And nice job by Liberty special teams. And Poca, instead of having the ball at the Liberty 40, will now start on their own 37-yard line.
Great punt and great coverage there for Liberty.
So they'll put the ball down on their own 37. It'll be their second chance on offense. And it'll be first down for the Polka Dots. So we've already had a lot of action already here in the first, not quite 3 minutes into the game yet.
Yeah, a lot of action. This is what, the second possession for each?
Second possession, yep. So here's McBride up under center. Liberty defense, like they're stacking the line, and they did that the last time, and Poca burned them with the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, but see, now they've walked their safety back a good 12 yards off of the
and it'll be a running play and a good gain on first down out to the 45-yard line, and that'll pick up 8 yards on first down. So bonded on the run there.
Yeah, and that time Poca won the battle up front, opened up a nice seam, and the running back was able to pick up a good solid, 7, 8?
Got eight on first down. Yeah. 2nd and 2, Poca from their own 45-yard line. So let's see if the game kind of settled into the game. Poca scored on the first play of the game on a 66-yard touchdown pass. So 2nd and 2 for the Dots. McBride up under center. And there's a false start. And I don't think they called it. But clearly, Poca, now they lateraled out. Poca, that's a first down, but Poca clearly moved before the ball was snapped. Half their line moved before the ball was snapped, and I don't think the officials caught it.
Yeah, it looked like a snap infraction on the center. Everyone moved but the center.
Yeah,
and,
you can watch this. This is easy play. They just missed it. The whole line moved way before the ball was snapped, and the officials missed it, and that'll be a first down Poca at the Liberty 45. So it's the first game for everybody. We're all working out our jitters here.
Yes.
And Poca got the benefit of a break there as they'll start with a new package of downs on Liberty's half of the field at the Raider 45. McBride up under center. Long count. Running play. Got the edge. Turns it up inside. Nice big gain. And he's not done yet. Got his helmet knocked off. He's inside the 20-yard line. What a good job by Preston Bonnet, the 5'10", 165-pound senior.
I think he's hurt. This is going to come back. It was a hold on the edge at the initial on the defensive end, and the young man is still down. You hate to see an injury, but there's going to be a hold right at the point of attack. Right there. That's how he got to the edge, and his helmet gets knocked off, and his head may have hit the turf right here. He took a big shot. And it slid on the turf.
Boom, as you can see, his head slammed into the turf at the end of that play. And
I think it's more of a road rash on his face maybe when they hit that turf, but yeah.
But, Eric, the insult to injury that it gets called back.
Yeah, after a nice hard run. And let's see, that's Preston Bonnet.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the hold took place right there before they got to the 40.
Well, that's two helmets that have come off from Poca. Somebody needs to check the chin straps. They need to buckle them up a little bit. But, yeah, that's tough. As you said, insult to injury. After that nice gain, it comes back.
Back to the 48. I beg your pardon. Yes, the 48 on their side of the field.
Yes.
First and 17. So first and 17 for Poca on their own 48 after the penalty. McBride up under center.
Another false start.
And that's the third time in this first quarter that Poca has false started.
Yeah, it's another false start.
And the ball will go back to the 43-yard line. Now they're going to need an Uber ride to pick up a first down.
Hey, but Poca has Liberty right where they want them. The same scenario.
Yep.
It was first and 20.
Right, and now it's first and 22.
Yes.
That's right. Ball goes back inside the 45 to the 43. It's a first down play for the Polka Dots. McBride, 5'10", 160-pound junior quarterback, takes the snap. Quick pitch to the far side, and a great play by Liberty. What a nice play that was for Liberty's Landon Lusk. A beautiful play, and throws that run for a loss.
Yeah, that's the sophomore linebacker came up big and really made contact and defensive end, and really held contained and made a good play.
So the ball goes back to the 36-yard line and going to need 29 yards to pick up a first down. And if you're a Poke, you probably think maybe pick half of it up on second and make it a more manageable situation on third. Let's see what they'll do. Is this time they'll work McBride from the shotgun. Takes the shotgun snap. Across the middle, got a man wide open. They've made the connection, and he turns it upfield on the far side. He's got a first down as he's rushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Wide open in the center of the field that time for Poca as the receiver able to haul it in, and that's McClanahan again.
And you can see at the end of this run, another helmet comes off. That's the end of the run and tackle here.
And that takes the ball all the way down to the Liberty 29-yard line. So McClanahan, who caught the touchdown pass, he was wide open at midfield, and then once he caught it, a yak, yards after catch, he knew what to do with it.
That was a good play call. Went and sat down in between, that zone coverage, and when he turned upfield, he had some wheels, and Liberty's been hurt time and time again on the big play after gaining some momentum.
Well, as you said, they had him right where they wanted him. Here's a running play, and that's a nice gain to the Liberty 20, a pickup of 9 on first down. And now they got a flag, a late flag, a dead ball foul. Let's see who they'll call it on, as the Liberty offensive lineman had the Liberty defender player pinned.
The Poca.
The Poca player had that.
Yeah, it was a little extracurricular afterwards, but
I think that's going to go against Poca.
Yeah, a little unnecessary,
that
blocking down the field. I think it was like 70, 75 for Poca. That would be.
It's offsetting,
and
it's dead ball, so the play will count as Jones picked up 9 yards on the play, and it's going to be 2nd down and 1 for Poca at the Liberty 20. So now I'm not sure what Poca back in the huddle. But it was a dead ball foul. That's why they offset, and that's why the play will stand.
Yeah.
But there's still some discussion between the officials.
Well, as you said, this is the first game even for the officials. So is it just solely on
No, they called it both ways. They called it unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. That was a dead ball foul. So that means if it's a dead ball foul and it's on both teams, they offset
and just play on.
And the play stands, which was a 9-yard gain on 1st down. But the officials are having a conference.
I'll tell you what, this first quarter been a lot of action, but a lot of dead ball action too because it's still 6 minutes left in the quarter.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what the discussion's going on because the indication they gave, the white cap, the official, he put dead ball, foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams, which means the play should stand and make it 2nd and 1. That was a 9-yard gain by Jones. But this is a long discussion.
Well, I would say this. The referees have stayed in the huddle more than Poca and Liberty combined.
Yeah,
in
actually,
this first quarter.
The ball's just shy of the 20. We'll call it the 21.
Hey, they've huddled up and called more plays than both teams combined.
So they'll give him 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Poca. McBride up under center. Running play. It's Jones again. He has the 1st down as he fights his way down inside the 15-yard line, and another flag.
You guessed it.
Yep.
Another flag.
So right now, this game is heated more than just the temperature here. And let's see, do we have a hold up front? That's what we got, a holding penalty against Poca that will negate that 1st down. So they'll take it from the spot of the foul. We'll back it up and redo it. It will remain 2nd down. The ball will go back to the original line of scrimmage at the 29-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Poca at the Liberty 29. And we're about halfway through this first quarter on a very hot, steamy, muggy night here in Glen Daniel. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. I'm Maris Lowry, Eric Thomas here, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins producing, Loretta Stiltner directing, and, of course, the stat guru, Chris Farish, is here as well. All right, it'll be 2nd and 10 for Poca at the 29-yard line of Liberty. McBride up under center. Takes the snap. It's a running play. Jones right up the middle. He's got a nice gain inside the 25. And they'll put him down, looks to be maybe the 24-yard line, and he'll get 5 on the carry and bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and it seemed like the Dots have really found something in between the tackles right now. Pinpoint blocking at the point of attack, and I think they're settling in and running their offense. You know, aside from the holdings, if they can clean that up a little bit, they're looking like they're ready to move the ball against this Raider defense.
And you got to believe that Poca's figuring they got 2 downs to pick up this 5-yard line.
Although that kicker has a nice leg.
I was going to say they do have a kicker with a very strong leg, but you got to be thinking 6, not 3 here for Poca. Coming up on the 5-minute mark of quarter number 1. On 3rd and 5, McBride takes the snap, the throw, and it's knocked down, almost intercepted, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, a little behind the receiver on the crossing route right there. That was intended for, I couldn't see who that was for.
So let's see if they're going to attempt a field goal. Like I said, they got a kicker with the leg, and will they go for it? They might be bringing out the field goal kicker. The ball's put down at the 24. If they elect to kick a field goal, and it looks like that's what they might do here, it's going to be a 41-yard attempt, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to attempt it.
Well, he had plenty of leg, on the kickoff. The thing is, you got to kick it low and hard right here, coming off the the line of scrimmage.
Here's the snap, the hold from 41 yards. It looks good. Is it? No, it hit the upright.
Wow. Plenty of leg.
Yes, it had plenty of distance. Like I said, the snap was good, the hold was good, and the kick, as we watched the replay, doink, as you can hear it, right off the upright. So Liberty got to take a big sigh of relief.
Dodged a bullet.
Dodged a major bullet, and they turned Poca away, and now Liberty will now take over. So on the missed field goal, Liberty will have it on their own 20-yard line.
So, but, to this point in the game, Poca has really amassed a lot more yards, but only up 7-0 on the scoreboard. So Liberty, if they can get their offense going right here, they're right in it. Dodged a few bullets here in that first quarter. They just need to get a couple big plays on offense.
So here's Jackson Workman out of the shotgun, and now what do we got? And the officials are stopping the play.
Timeout, looks like.
And let's see who called it.
Maybe not.
But Workman had got up to the line, and the officials came in. I'm looking. Do you see a flag? I don't see one.
No flag, just another discussion between officials.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what that's about. Yeah, don't know. But whatever it is, they got it worked out, and after the missed field goal by Poca, Liberty will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20. Workman from the shotgun, run all the way, cuts up inside, falls forward, gains about 3 yards. Let's see what they give him. I think the 23-yard line.
Yeah, that's just a straight quarterback lead. Same couple of plays they called the last time they were backed up, this deep in their own territory.
Yeah.
Had the one bubble screen for probably a 10 or 11-yard gain, and that's about their only positive plays of the first quarter.
Well, yeah, they don't have the field position, so you're going to play a little conservative, backed up in your own territory. 3 yards on first down for Jackson will bring up Jackson Workman, that is. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. You can see a tight formation for Liberty on their own 23-yard line. Workman will work from the shotgun.
Tight formation here.
Yep. And it's going to be a direct snap to the running back, and it's going to be a nice gain across the 30 for a first down.
Yeah, it looks like a first down pickup by Isaac Williams as he takes a direct snap and gets a full head of steam and picks up a much-needed first down for the Raiders.
So Williams, a 5'8", 160-pound junior, as Eric told you, able to pick up the first down across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. And that was a 9-yard pickup, and that'll move the sticks for Liberty in a new package of downs. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They'll do the same play. Williams again off the right side. Maybe they found something. There's a big hit. And that's just a couple yards. Looked like it was going to go for much more. Now we got a late flag.
50 flags fly.
So right now we've had a flag fest here in this first quarter. And we're at 3.5 minutes remaining in it.
And we're approaching 33 minutes.
Yeah, this has been a 33-minute quarter, yep. So let's see if this will be a dead ball foul. It was a minimal gain for Isaac Williams for Liberty. They carried the ball, Williams did, from the 32 out to maybe the 35. Let's see. There's personal foul against Liberty, personal foul on Poca. They offset, and I guess the play will stick, and they'll just pick up. Nope. Let's see what they're doing. Maybe they're offset and going back. The line of scrimmage was the 32, the original line of scrimmage, and apparently that's what they're going to say. No play. They offset, and it'll be 1st and 10, Liberty again on their own 32-yard line.
Yeah, this is, as you stated, I'm going to use your terms, a flag fest right here.
Yes. So, once again, another tight formation for the Raiders of Liberty. And they'll go with the direct snap. Now it's a handoff here to the near side. Got some good running room. Good run and a first down. A beautiful play call as that's Tolliver
Yeah.
Tolliver, the 5'7", 150-pound junior.
Wow, and that was a big-time hit by the safety to save a touchdown. Not only to save a touchdown, but that was a nice hit on the sideline. And the biggest gain of the night for Liberty, a much-needed flipping the field a little bit right here.
Yeah, 22-yard gain, as you mentioned, the biggest offensive play for Liberty thus far, and they're in Poca territory for the first time at the Poca 46-yard line. Nice play. Good play call. So from the 46 of Poca, 1st and 10 for Liberty. There's the snap. There's a running play, and it's a good gain on 1st down. And it's going to have another 1st down as this time it's Isaac Williams.
Hey, and there's nothing like a little momentum that a positive play can give this Liberty offense as they ripped off, aside from the penalties, 3 big gainers on this possession.
That's right. That's 3 consecutive 1st downs, a little smash and dash, and the ball is just outside the 35 at the Poca 36. That's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down for Liberty. And now
they're calling it just short of the 1st down.
Yeah, they are. Look like, well, the line of scrimmage was the 46. The ball's on the 36. I don't know how that could be.
That's 10 yards to me.
10 yards, yeah. And now there's some confusion. I think they might move it up, will they?
Now
it's a 1st down. Yeah. Now it's a 1st down.
You're all over it.
Well,
hey.
I mean, I do know that there's 10 yards, and the line of scrimmage was the 46. They put the ball at the 36. Even my math knows that that's 10 yards,
and
that's a 1st
Ernestine
down.
Bass math,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Andy Griffith, they teach you a lot on that show.
They do. They teach me how to count, and I can count. So 1st and 10 Liberty, 3 consecutive 1st downs from the Poca 36. Be a running play again, and they found something with that direct snap, and that's going to move the pile inside the 30 to the 29, and a nice gain. And that was a good play. That was Workman, the quarterback that time.
Hey, Workman chunk plays now, and now Liberty's asserting itself on that line of scrimmage up front. The young men are making the power move forward.
Yeah, picked up 7 on the play. Actually, they're going to put the ball at the 30, so give him 6 yards. The 2nd and 4 at the Poca 30 for Liberty. Man comes in motion. They fake it, and they run the ball here to the left side. That's a 1st down. Good hard run down inside the 15-yard line. Great ball movement and deception by Liberty to catch Poca off guard. As that time, that was a nice play.
Well, it was a direct snap to the up back. It's a little bit of shotgun single wing because the quarterback was doing all this faking as the running back had the ball, the fullback, straight up the gut.
Yeah, that was Lusk. He'll take the ball for 16 yards to the Poca 14. It'll be 1st and 10 for Liberty. This has been their best drive of the night. We're under 2 minutes for the quarter. 1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 14-yard line of Poca. It's a direct snap. Williams follows his blocking. He gets down inside the 10, and Poca comes out of there with the ball. But was he down? Poca saying they have the ball, and I think they blew him dead, blew the play dead at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that was a little bit of thievery. The Liberty got away with one here.
Let's see. They'll put the ball down at the 10.
Yeah, Poca clearly has the ball before the Liberty got away with one there.
So that'll be a 4-yard gain for Williams. And it'll be 2nd down at the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6. So 6 for a 1st down, 10 for the touchdown. They'll get it to Workman. Workman will hand it off, cutting back inside the 5, close to a 1st down. Great misdirection as Chris Bowman takes the handoff.
Yeah, the senior almost sticks it in the end zone. Great tackle by the corner for Poca to keep him out of the end zone. But Liberty's found something, as you stated, Maris, during this drive, and not razzle-dazzle, just running straight at Poca with a chance to tie this game up here with 56 seconds to go in the quarter.
That'll be a 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. This drive started back on their own 20. This will be the 9th play of the drive. 1st and goal at the Poca 3. They fumbled the snap. It's out, and I think Poca's got it this time.
No, Liberty was able to recover that, and that was Jackson Workman. Cleaning up the mess that he created by bobbling the snap here.
Yeah, he missed the snap, and he just
you
took
know,
his
just
eye off the ball.
Hey, he got too excited
See,
because
right
there was
there,
a running lane.
Yeah, right
he
there.
got
I thought,
it back at the end.
You're right. I thought Poca had got it.
He out wrestled him at the end there, Maris.
So the loss goes back to the 8-yard line. They lost 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 8.
And that's going to be the end of the quarter.
Yes, that's the final play of the first quarter. At the end of 1, Liberty's knocking on the door, but Poca leads 7-0. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this on Video Productions.
You're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but moves! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Check out your local State Farm agent, Scotty Brown, in Shady Spring, West Virginia. You can dial him up at 681-238-6130. Right now, drivers everywhere can download the app, the State Farm app, and it's a drive, safe, and safe app from State Farm, and you can earn up to 30% off. Just download the Driver Safe app from State Farm. Scotty Brown, your agent. So we're ready to go to the second quarter, and what a lengthy first quarter that was, Eric, as we were talking that in the break. But this drive for Liberty started on their own 20. This will be the 10th play of the drive. It'll be 2nd and goal from the Poca 8 as we start quarter number 2.
Yeah, and I think it's imperative right here that Liberty puts 6 on the board, because Poca pretty much controlled, the ball and the clock in that first quarter.
Yeah, Poca, of course, with the lone touchdown. They also missed a field goal, so they moved the ball each of the 2 times when Poca had it. Here's Workman. Workman trying to get to the outside, and Poca will have none of that. The loss will take the ball back across the 10 and make it 3rd and goal.
Yeah, and another bobbled snap here as Jackson Workman was not able to receive the ball cleanly.
So it'll be 3rd and goal. The ball goes back to the 12-yard line. And you think we'll probably see a pass here, as this was 1st down from the 3, and now they ended up with 3rd down from the 12.
Yeah, and it's not what you wanted, because they haven't been able to get anything going in the passing game here. If you're Liberty, it's 2 down, probably something safe to the boundary and not really try to force anything over the middle.
So from the 12, 3rd and goal. Workman takes the snap, rolls the pocket, looks to throw. Now is he going to tuck it under? Now he'll throw. It's caught down the near sideline, and he doesn't get in, but makes it manageable to go for it on 4th down. The ball was caught by Bowman, and Bowman is knocked out at the 2-yard line. So they got 10 on the play, and it makes it a much easier 4th down attempt.
And just like I said, I would have, rolled the pocket a little bit. Great play call here. A safe pass. If he doesn't catch it, it goes out of bounds. You live to play again. And just barely got it out. Got knocked out right outside, the 2-yard line?
On the 2. Bowman did a good job, able to catch it and get down the sideline. He got 10 on the play. So 4th and goal for Liberty at the 2-yard line.
Now everything's on the table. The way they've been running it here, look for him to run it inside.
Here's the snap. It goes to Workman. He comes to the right side. Will he get in? Poca says he didn't get in. I don't think he made it. He did not. Poca stops Liberty at the goal line, and Poca will take over at the 1.
Yeah, just inside. Just a great defensive stand here, because Liberty got it what they wanted, and Poca was able to keep Jackson Workman out of the end zone.
That was a 12-play drive, Eric, that started on their own 20-yard line, and they ate up all that clock and all that yardage, and they come up about a half a yard short.
Yeah, and nothing to show for it. But if one silver lining right here, Poca would have to drive it 99 yards. So a lot of things can happen defensively if you're Liberty. Just keep everything in front of you and play smart, and don't give up any chunk plays, and you can keep the field position on your side.
Well, the only touchdown we had was a big play. It was a 66-yard touchdown pass from McBride to McClanahan, and that was the game's first play after 2 false start penalties, a 1st and 20, and they hit that big 66-yard home run pass play for the touchdown and the point after, and that's the only points we have. So Poca's defense comes up big as they stop Liberty just shy of the goal line, and from their own 1, Poca will have it. And McBride, you're probably a quarterback sneak, try to give him some room to just get out of the back of his own end zone there. And that's exactly what Poca's going to do, just try to push the pile forward. And McBride able to break a couple of tackles and get some breathing room out to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, he was almost able to slip out of the, that tackle and break that for a long gain. But Liberty's safeties and linebackers were able to corral him there late.
So they'll get 4 on first down and make it 2nd and 6 on their own 5. First regular season meeting ever between Poca and Liberty. They only played one other time. That was in the postseason in 2021. Game played at Poca, which Poca won. It'll be a 2nd down play for Liberty. They have the ball on their own 5-yard line. McBride will work up under center. It'll be a play-action pass as he rolls the pocket. Throws, got a man wide open. They make the connection. Big play for Poca down the far sideline. It's a foot race to the 40, and he'll break the tackle and take it to the house. 10-5, touchdown Poca, no penalty flags, and that is a 95-yard touchdown pass. And let's see who was able to haul that in, because McBride rolled the pocket, and catching the pass is going to be McClanahan again.
McClanahan, yes.
Wide open in the flat.
94-yard touchdown?
95 from the 5, yep. And McClanahan showed speed, one guy to beat, and he was able to beat him down the far sideline. And, boy, Poca hitting grand slam after grand slam and take a 13-0 lead.
And that's what it's been, big play after big play against this defense, and the safety was not able to make the tackle. And a lot of speed showed by McClanahan right there on that run. 2
plays, 99-yard drive, a 95-yard touchdown pass, his 2nd touchdown pass of the game from McBride to McClanahan. And, boy, that connection has went for 66 yards and a touchdown and now 95 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, and only 1 incompletion on the evening.
And now I'm not sure what we got. The officials are holding something up.
I know we'll have our trusty stats at halftime.
We got a flag on the play on the far sideline. It might be a warning, maybe a sideline warning on Poca. We'll see. But I see the official talking to the Poca coach. But the touchdown's going to stand, I would think. And I'm not sure what – are they going to kick an extra point? I'm not sure what's going on here. I didn't see them attempt an extra point.
I think they called a timeout here, of course.
It called holding?
Oh, so it's –
so they're not calling the touchdown? Nope. I guess it's no touchdown. Pull that off the board. And they'll put the ball at the 35-yard line. Wow. Where would the holding be? Let's see. Not on that. So take that touchdown off the board. And I didn't see that flag until very late. I mean, after he was in the end zone.
Well, the guy was going so fast down the sideline, I don't think anybody had a chance to hold.
So the ball goes to the Liberty 35. Wow. Yeah, I don't know where the hold came from, unless it was there. But so they'll take the points off the board. And what a big break that is for Liberty, because that was going to be a 95-yard touchdown pass. So 1st and 10 Poca. Now let's see if we get this settled. And Poca will have the ball at the Liberty 35 as they call that touchdown back.
I got some local scores for you here.
All right, we'll get that after this play. McClanahan up under center. They'll do a quick pitch to the far side, and that's a gain of about 4. And that's a good run that time. And another flag, Bonnet, and while they sort out the flag, Eric, you can give us some scores.
The local teams, Shady Spring down 7-0 at Roane County, and Oak Hill up 14-0 over Nichols County.
And I know Beckley's playing Washington. Do you have a score on that?
Haven't seen anything on that yet. I'm trying to get us a score here.
So what's been a flagged fest football game this far. Saying that fast 3 times. Flag, fast, and now this penalty looks like it's going to go against Liberty.
You sound like Elmer Fudd trying to spit that out right there.
How about that? Well, it's going to be a personal foul against Liberty.
Oh.
And they'll mark that off and take the ball down to the Raider, and looks to be the 16, where he'll put it down at the 16-yard line. So that'll be a first down. A personal foul, dead ball personal foul at the Liberty 16. The clock will start to run from the 16 of Liberty. McBride up under center. Running play. Nice gain. They'll move the pile forward down to about the 10-yard line and pick up 6 on first down.
Yeah, Maris, this has been a competitive game, but just a lot of mental mistakes and a lot of flags costing both teams.
Well, the thing is, you and I, we don't have a dog in the fight. We just call the games. But, of course, I was just watching the play, and I'm not saying there wasn't a hold. I just didn't see it because I'm watching the play, but no one else knew it until all of a sudden, wow, then it's like, hey, there's a flag. But the flag, the reason it made me think, Eric, the flag was over there on the 30-yard line. It wasn't way back where the play happened.
And I didn't see anybody near the ball carrier or.
Here's a running play. Bonnet to the outside. He's inside the 5. He's got a first down as he's run out of bounds, but he's inside the 5, and that'll be a Poca first down. It'll be first and goal for the Dots. Well, like I said, Eric, the only thing that made me think that I just couldn't understand it because the flag was on the 30-yard line on the far side where McClanahan raced for the touchdown. The flag wasn't back, back where the pass came from. The ball's at the 3-yard line. First and goal for Poca. 5th play of the drive that started back on their own 1 after they denied Liberty on 4th and goal from the 1. On first down, it'll be a running play off the right side into the end zone for a Poca touchdown. Carrying the ball that time for Poca will be Preston Bonnet, the 5'11", 165-pound senior, and that's a 5-play, 99-yard drive, and Poca takes a 13-0 lead. So Poca able to overcome that 95-yard touchdown pass being called back and still able to stick it in the end zone, and they're an extra point away from taking a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, and that was a drive where Poca was able to go 99
yards
and overcome
in 5 plays. Yep,
3 penalties and gutted it out to get up 2 scores on Liberty.
And the snap is high, the hold's down, the kick is up. It looks good, and it is good. And your new score is Poca 14, Liberty nothing. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. As Poca able to go 99 yards in 5 plays. They get a 3-yard touchdown run from Bonnet, the PAT good. And right now with 8:25 remaining in the first half, Poca has really flexed their muscles, Eric. They lead 14-0. So in 3 possessions, they have a touchdown, a missed field goal, and a touchdown.
Yeah, and they've been living on the Liberty Raiders side of the field. And that's what you want to do as a road team. They've really come out. The Polka Dots have really come out and really established themselves offensively and played, good gutsy defense when they had to with that defensive stand inside the 5. And they really have control of this game.
And, and on top of it, Eric, look at all the penalties they've had. They've had multiple false start penalties. They've had a couple of holding penalties. They've had some unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. They've overcome a bunch of penalties and have still put 2 scores and playing on the road.
2 scores with the possibility of a third as the distance was there on the field goal. And if you're Poca coach Seth Ramsey, you can't be pleased with the penalties, but you have to be pleased with your team being resilient enough to overcome those penalties. And I think in the first quarter, he set the tone by calling that timeout. And I thought that was a really good timeout because starting out seemed like the jitters, 2 false starts. He said, hey, guys, it's football. And they hit a big play right after that.
Yeah, and you called it right when he's called the timeout. Settle them in. The next play, they hit the big touchdown. But I think this is a huge drive for Liberty in this game.
It is. And Liberty found something on that last drive that they had where they didn't come away with points. But with 8:25 to go in this quarter, they really need to get a score.
Here's a squib kick.
Oh, and that's touch. That's going to be trouble.
It's going to have to be returned back inside the 5. And you're right, for Liberty, it's going to be trouble. They're not going to get the ball back to the 15.
Yes.
And So Liberty's going to start this drive back inside their own 15.
And this is what, the third possession inside the 15, inside the 20.
Their first possession was the 13. The last possession was the 20, and they drove all the way to the goal line and got stopped.
So every possession basically they've started inside their 20-yard line.
Yeah, 13, 20, and now this one's going to start at the 12-yard line. Yeah. So 1st and 10.
Oh, and this kid's coming off, the young man.
For Liberty, they're down 14-0. Of course, at halftime, we'll recap the first half. We'll have stats. Chris Ferry's here, our stat man. Of course, we have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing. Loretta Stiltner directing. Of course, I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. The opening night, well, actually, I guess the opening Friday. Actually, it opened up last night.
And you made a statement. Yeah. It's usually only 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, they had like eight or nine
games last night.
So here's Liberty from their own 12. Let's see what they can get going. It's a running play. And they're going to gain a nice gain over the 15 out to the 16. And let's see who that was. I think that was Workman.
Workman,
It was just a quarterback run.
And you just don't see freshmen, 9th graders put together like these last couple of 9th graders we've had to view the last 2 nights in a row.
Well, we know Workman. We watched him play football and basketball in the middle school.
Very athletic.
Coach's son. He's like a coach on the field.
All the cliche things that you can say, but it's the truth.
And they're cliches for a reason because it's true. So that was a 5-yard gain out to the 18-yard line. And they'll run the ball again and get close to a first down, crossing the 20. Brings up a 3rd down play.
Going to be 3rd and 5 here. And if anything, you want to at least pick up 2 first downs here. You don't want to, punt that ball away and give Poca a chance to go up 3 scores.
So let's see what they do here on 3rd down from their own 20-yard line. This is a big play in this game for the Liberty offense. You don't want to go 3 and out. Here's the snap. Workman will keep it himself. He'll get hit behind the line, and it will be 3 and out. They'll lose yardage. That ball will go back to about the 17-yard line and bring up 4th down. If you're Liberty, you got to punt.
Liberty has to punt here, and this game is in the danger zone. It's dangerously getting away from Liberty right here because Poca has all the momentum, and they're going to get the ball, especially with a good return, probably at the 50 or on the plus side of the Liberty field.
McClanahan is back. He's been a big gamer for the Polka Dots. And also Peyton Cook also back waiting on this Liberty punt. So on 4th down, the Raiders set in punt formation. Riley Marty inside the 5, waits on the snap. And here's the kick. And it's going to be short. And this is going to take a big Liberty bounce, but still great field position. It goes out of bounds at the 43-yard line on Liberty's half of the field, and Poca will have great field position.
Yeah, Poca's cooking. The Dots are in business right now, and they've really taken control of this game in the latter part of the second quarter.
So it'll be first down for Poca at the Liberty 43 to start this possession. And Poca has moved the ball, Eric, every time they've had it. They've had a touchdown, a missed field goal, and a touchdown. They had a 1-play, 56-yard drive. They had a 9-play drive and missed a field goal as there's a timeout on the field. And while we got a minute, we want to tell you about Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel with delicious food, as Cracker Barrel in Beckley or Princeton. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you want Cracker Barrel, the old country store. Also, the game tonight is brought to you in part by Affinity Coal Company. Affinity Coal Company is now hiring. And you can apply for a job with Affinity Coal. You can apply online at the Facebook page at United Coal Company, or you can pick up an application at the Guard Shack located on Independence Road in Sophia. Well, Eric, do you have any other updates for us score-wise?
Yes, surprise in single A as Greenbrier West Cavaliers traveled to Pendleton County, and right now they're down 21-7. Locally, Beckley traveled a big, long trip to Washington, which we looked up last night, was in Jefferson County,
right.
And they're up 10-7.
Beckley is.
Beckley is up 10-7, yes.
All right. So out of the timeout, Poca leading 14-0, 5:51 for the half. It'll be 1st and 10 for Poca at the Liberty 43-yard line. So McBride works from the shotgun. Puts a man in motion. Takes the snap. It's like a jet sweep. There's some running room. And a nice gain inside the 35 down to the Liberty 34. Very close to first down. Picked up 9 on the play. And that was a nice play that time, as it was McClanahan who's been the big play guy for Poca.
The big play guy, the big workhorse. And McClanahan, he puts his foot in the ground, and once he turns the corner, a lot of speed. He's going to be hard to handle this whole year.
So that's a 9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1 for Liberty. For Poca at the Liberty 34-yard line.
And now it's chunk play after chunk play for this Poca offense. A lot of snaps by this Liberty defense.
Now McBride will work up under center. And it's going to be a running play. Bonnet's got a first down. He spins. He's got more. He's down inside the 25 and gets the ball all the way down to the Liberty 23-yard line. So another package of downs. And so far, Eric, in 2 plays, Liberty able to get off. Well, they'll put the ball back to the 24-yard line. So it's 19 yards in 2 plays for the Dots and another package of downs.
Yeah, and the Dots really have their rhythm offensively. Little jet sweeps, anytime they've thrown it deep, they've been able to complete it and just running the ball really well. All three things are going really well for this Poca offense. 1st and
10 for the Dots at the Raider 24. McBride up under center. And he's going to play action with time. Now he's scrambling. He's throwing the ball deep to the end zone, up for grabs, and it's almost intercepted. Here comes a flag.
It's going to be interference.
Yes, and we got another flag. So we're definitely going to have pass interference on Liberty, and then after that, a flag closer to the line of scrimmage came in. So we'll see if these will offset. But definitely, as you mentioned, Eric, definitely pass interference. Right there or holding, definitely. No question about that.
And you know what gave it away? He immediately threw his hands up. Like I didn't do anything, but par for the course tonight, I guarantee you these offset and just replayed it down.
Well, we'll have to sort it out. And waiting for the officials to sort out. There's no question there's pass interference in the end zone. And they'll move the ball up 15 yards if that's the case. And let's see what the other flag is. The ball's going to go actually half the distance, going to go to the 12, but another package of downs for Poca. But not half the distance. Actually, the ball was on the 19, but now it's going to go to the 12 with the first down. And, boy, we've had a ton of flags in this first half. There's going to be a running play. Bonnet up inside, down, and he gets across the 5 and down to the 4-yard line and very close to a first down. Actually, he can get a first down at the 2. So he got 7 on the play.
And the offensive line is winning the battle up front for Poca. They've really seized the moment here in the second quarter. And on the verge of really putting the Liberty Raiders in a big deficit.
So from the 4, it's second down. They can get a first down at the 2. They run the ball. Bonnet gets to the edge. He gets into the end zone for the 3rd Poca touchdown. So Bonnet able to get to the edge, and that was a 4-play, 43-yard drive, and Poca extends their lead to 20-0.
The Poca Dots with an exclamation point. Exclamation point. That was
well, like I said, their possessions, and they've overcame tons of penalties.
Yes.
They've had a touchdown, their first possession, a missed field goal, and now back-to-back touchdowns. This drive, as I mentioned, 43 yards in 4 plays. They had a 5-play, 99-yard drive for a touchdown and a 1-play, 56-yard drive for a touchdown as they get set to try to tack on the 21st point of the game for Poca. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is also good. And your new score with 3:46 remaining here in the first half, it is Poca 21 and Liberty nothing. Once again, that was a 4-play, 43-yard drive, and Bonnet finished off the final 4 yards with the touchdown run. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia, Boy, I'd like to have me an ice-cold blue can of Pepsi right now, or a silver can of Diet Pepsi, or the black can of Pepsi Zero. So right now, a real danger spot for the Liberty Raiders. I know we said that before.
You took the words right out of my mouth, because I was going to say, with one thing you can't do if you're Liberty, you want to go in at least 21-0. You don't. The way the defense has been playing and the way Poca has been able to kick the ball off, you can't get too conservative, but you don't want Poca to use timeouts after your first 2 downs and have a chance to tack on another score.
Right. Well, field position, Liberty started on their own 13, had a punt. Started on their own 80 and had a 12-play drive and got stopped at the goal line.
Yes.
And the game, it looked like they had a little momentum. The game kind of got flipped there because then Poca was able to go on a 99-yard touchdown drive and score. Yeah. And then their last possession for Liberty on their own 14, 3 and out. So even if they, as you mentioned, if they don't score with 3:46 left in the half, they've got to be able to put together back-to-back first downs.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And in Poca right now, they taste a little blood, some like a shark, a little blood in the water. And I think Liberty's really on the verge, of being out of this before halftime.
So Poca's got it teed up on the near side 40. 3:46 left in the half. Liberty has 1 timeout remaining. Poca has 2. Halftime, in the Massey Power Sports halftime show, we'll recap the first half. We'll have stats. We'll have scores from the other games on the first Friday night of the 2024 high school football season here in West Virginia. 21-0 is the Poca lead as they've got it teed up and ready to kick it off. And here comes the kickoff, and it's a good one. And that might go into the end zone, and Liberty will let it roll into the end zone and bring the ball back out to the 20 on the touchback.
Yeah, that's I think a break for Liberty.
Yeah. I tell you, it's dark up here. I got to get I can't see the name. What a good kicker. And let me pull up the light here. Let's see. The young man.
Gavin
Berry.
Yes.
So it'll be first down for Liberty. They have the ball on their own 20-yard line as they start this possession. This will be their 4th possession of this first half. This first half has had a lot of big plays by Poca, a couple nice plays by Liberty, and a bunch of penalties.
A bunch of penalties, yes.
So from their own 20, Workman from the shotgun.
Looks like Poca's dialing up some heat.
Workman to throw into the flat. It's caught. Nice job. Is Bowman able to spin his way and get across the 25-yard line?
Nice positive play, safe play, and getting some positive yards here.
So they make the connection to Bowman, and they'll put the ball down at the 27. He got 7 on the play. And the thing here, Eric, if you're Liberty, you can't score 3 touchdowns on one play. So you just got to get yourself back in the game, really one drive at a time, one play at a time.
And that's what I meant by not really – you needed something positive, because if you don't pick up that big gainer right there on the first down, I think Poca burns the timeout.
Workman takes the snap. It's going to be a running play. It's going to be a first down for Liberty. They get the ball up over the 30 out to the 32-yard line, and a much-needed first down for Liberty.
Yeah, much-needed first down. And Poca, I tell you, the boys from Putnam County, they came – this has been a hard-hitting game, low-key. I mean, Liberty guys on both sides, they're really big physical game.
That was a 5-yard run by Isaac Williams, 1st and 10 for Liberty on their own 32. We're under 3 minutes for the half. Liberty has 1 timeout left. Here's Workman. They'll give the ball to Isaac Williams. He stumbles, breaks a tackle. Good gain, crosses the 40. Looks like he's going to have another first down, and a late flag comes in at the end of that play. So let's see what we got, but it's going to be a first down run for Liberty by Isaac Williams out to the 44, and now we'll have to wait and see what the penalty is going to be.
As we see on the Chick-fil-A instant replay here,
I'm not sure what we got.
This is where the flag comes in.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. Did you?
No.
So they called unsportsmanlike conduct on Poca. They'll tack 15 to the end of that run, and that's a big play for Liberty. So they'll tack 15 on to the end of that run, and that'll take the ball across midfield. And it'll be great field position as Liberty having a great chance here to get a touchdown before halftime, and they'll put the ball down at the Polka Dot 41-yard line, it looks like. Yeah, 1st and 10 for Liberty at the Polka 41.
Yeah, I'm not questioning the rest, but there have been a couple of calls that are questionable. I didn't see anything during the play or after. So
after the mark-off, 1st and 10 Raiders at the Poca 41. Workman takes the snap, gives the ball to Williams up the middle. He's got room. He's got another first down inside the 30. He's not done yet, inside the 20, and ran out of bounds near the 15-yard line here on the near side. What a good run that was by Isaac Williams. So, Eric, that's 3 consecutive first down for Liberty. And let's see where they put him out of bounds. Just shy of the 15. They'll put him down at the 16 of Poca, it looks like.
And a good job by the Poca defender holding up and not picking up another personal foul by hitting out of bounds.
So from the 16, it'll be first down for Liberty. Now, Liberty, not the last possession, but the possession before, drove the ball all the way down to the goal line before being stopped. And Workman will keep it this time. Another flag comes in. Workman gets the edge. He turns the corner. He's inside the 5, but we got a penalty flag. And let's see if that will come back, and it might be a hold on Liberty.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a hold.
I haven't been counting even the ones that were accepted, not accepted. But honestly, Eric, I think we've had at least a dozen flags, at least a dozen thrown in this first half.
Easy.
And that's going to cost – that's a chop block, and that's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's one I really feel you need to call. I didn't have a chance to, check it out on the replay, but you can't be engaged with another blocker and try to take the knees out.
Yeah, that's a big penalty because that was a good game by Workman, and with that penalty, the ball will come all the way back to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and it seems like every time Liberty gets some momentum going, they shoot themselves in the foot. Need to clean up the mental errors and the holding.
So Liberty has the ball at the Poca 30. They got to get to the 6-yard line. So it'll be first down, and they got 24 to go. And clock is moving. We're up under 2 minutes left in the half. Liberty has 1 timeout left. This would be huge if Liberty can get in the end zone, get them a little momentum going into the locker room. Workman takes the snap.
It's man coverage.
To throw, near side, and it's just a little high. Good coverage, as you called it, Eric, man coverage, but good coverage on the near side, trying to get the ball to Riley Marty.
Yeah, and good play call. I think he tried to just throw it where his receiver could get it, and just through the outstretched hands, a little more inside, may have been able to come down with that catch.
Yeah, Riley Marty's a good athlete. Like I said, they just trying to throw the ball up and see if he can go up and get it at his highest point and bring it in.
Great play call there.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's man coverage again, I would do maybe a post. Just get behind that safety a little bit. If he gets sucked up, you can throw the post here.
Workman takes the snap. Will hand the ball to Williams, and it'll be a minimal gain as he'll get the ball down to the Poca 26-yard line and bring up third down. So they got to get 20 yards to get a first down here. Clock's turning. Under a minute and a half remaining here in the first half. Halftime, the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. We'll recap the first half. We will have scores from other games. Chris Farish, our stat man, will provide us with the stats. So here's a third down play for Liberty. Workman takes the shotgun snap to throw. They flush him out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it under and run. He's inside the 20 and gets out of bounds. As he runs out of bounds, and there's a big block, and one of the Poca players is hurt.
Now, if there's any chance, there should be a penalty on that one. You can't crack back
there
anymore.
It comes.
That was a big-time penalty.
Yep, and the official heard you. It took him a while to get the flag out of his pocket.
Can't do that. They've taken – back in our day, you could do that.
Yeah.
Now you can't.
Nope. And that's going to negate a nice scramble by Jackson Workman. But if you're Poca, you might take the result of the play and make a fourth down.
Yeah.
You might, or you back them up 15. Let's see what they elect to do here. But you're right. Whether they call it on time or not, a penalty's a penalty.
Yeah, that was a penalty.
Yes, it was. And that's why I was surprised the flag didn't come out like right away.
I'll tell you what, we have the Poca coaches to our right up in the press box, and they were a little vocal on that one.
Well, and they should have been, because as I was watching it, I was waiting, and I didn't see a flag, and I was a little surprised. So with the mark off, the ball will go back across the 30, back to the 31. So after Liberty had a nice drive going, they've hurt themselves with a couple of major penalties here.
Big time. Every time they get some momentum going, they shoot themselves in in the foot.
So the clock rolling as we're approaching 50 seconds for the half. It's 3rd and forever. And now Liberty's going to burn their final timeout. So while we got a minute, I want to tell you about Edward Jones. We appreciate Edward Jones, your financial advisor, Edward Jones, financial advisor, Heather Cantley. You can call Heather at 304-254-9995. You work hard for your money. Let your money work hard for you. So you can see Heather Cantley, your local Edward Jones financial advisor, to discuss a current CD or money market rates. And we appreciate Heather Cantley. Also at this time, we're going to State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. State Farm agent Scotty Brown at Shady Spring. Give him a call at 681-238-6130. State Farm agent Scotty Brown. He knows what it takes because he runs a small business himself, and he can get your insurance with him, and you can get him all fixed up, or he'll get you fixed up. Call Scotty Brown in Shady Spring today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can see it there on your screen. So, Eric, let's see what Liberty will bring to the table here on this 3rd and very long with 47 seconds left in the half and down 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and if you're Liberty, you want to run something safe. You don't want to, throw an interception in space and give them Poca a chance to return it for 6.
So they'll have the ball at the Poca 31. And you got to think that they would throw, maybe just try to get maybe half of the yardage back, and then maybe, I don't know if they would attempt a field goal or just try to throw it in the end zone on 4th down. Workman take the snap. Pressure comes. They flush him out of the pocket, throwing the ball deep down the center field. He's got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Bowman. As Bowman found a opening in the zone, and Workman able to drill it, and a huge play for Liberty as they're able to score from 31 yards out and get on the board.
Yeah, big-time play and big-time throw here by Jackson Workman as he stayed in the pocket, got outside, and throws a strike.
So that's a 31-yard touchdown pass, Workman to Bowman, and that was 3rd and forever. And Bowman able to find a sweet spot in that Poca zone and able to haul it in and get into the end zone with 38 seconds remaining in the half. And, boy, Liberty needed that to give them a little momentum going into the locker room.
Yeah, and, yes, they did. A much-needed shot in the arm for the Liberty Raiders.
That was a 7-play, 80-yard drive. As Workman to Bowman, 31 yards for the touchdown, and now Liberty's going to line up and they're going to go for 2 with 38 seconds left in the half. Workman waits on the shotgun snap. They'll roll the pocket, and Workman will try to get up in there. He leans over, and is he in? He is. The 2-point conversion is good as Workman able to run in the 2-point conversion. And your new score now is Poca 21 and Liberty 8 with 38 seconds left in the half. It was a 7-play, 80-yard drive, and it was a 31-yard touchdown pass from Jackson Workman to Chris Bowman, and then Workman runs in the 2-point conversion. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes good in a blue can as Pepsi. And that was an impressive drive, and Eric, we talked about a much-needed drive for Liberty.
A much-needed, and overcame 2 big penalties late in that drive. And like I said, a much-needed shot in the arm for this young Liberty team. And just like that, they're right back in it.
And I think if you're Liberty here, you got to kick the ball deep. I know that when they started the game, they kicked it short.
Yes.
But you got to kick it deep here. You kick it deep here, and then maybe Poca gets a little conservative and they get in the locker room. Only 38 seconds left in the half. Poca does have 2 timeouts, though.
Yeah, and Poca, if you're Liberty, you want to get in, make some adjustments because you received the opening kickoff to start the second half.
Right. So Liberty will tee it up here on the near side 40-yard line. And Riley Marty will kick off. So just think, Liberty had another 80-yard drive that got stopped 4th and goal just shy of the goal line.
Yeah.
And now they put together this 80-yard drive for the touchdown. Here comes the kick. It's a squibber. And Poca's going to get really good field position as they run it back. There's a penalty flag, and that's probably going to come back as they run the ball across midfield. But, boy, we've had our Eric, I tell you what, we could go the next 2 weeks and not have a penalty flag and have as many in 3 games as what we've had here in the first half.
Yeah, let's see if we can pick this one out. as Liberty kicks it off.
So this will go against Poca, and it's a big play for Liberty because Poca was going to have the ball across midfield.
Yeah, I mean.
So they're going to take Poca back, and let's see, depends on how far back they go with only 31 seconds left in the half to see if Poca will go a little bit conservative. They do have 2 timeouts remaining, though.
As the Liberty faithful chant, you can't do that. The Poca faithful are going, we're not doing anything.
Well, I always say there's always like 5,000 referees in the stadium, but only 5 of them count.
Yeah,
the 5 are out there that count.
I'm just trying to give them a hard time.
I know you are. Ball back inside the 30 to the 29. It'll be first down for Poca on their own 29-yard line. And like I said, let's see if they elect just to run the half out and get a little conservative here because they've played really outside the penalties. They've actually moved the ball really well. And like I said, they've moved it well every time they've had it. They've got 3 touchdowns and a missed field goal. Yeah, and it looks like they're just going to take a knee because Liberty doesn't have any timeouts. They can just take a knee and that'll end the half. What's been a long flag-fested half, and try to say that fast, huh?
Yes.
So that'll be the final play of the half. And at the break, as both teams will make their way to the locker room, Liberty will be getting the second half kickoff as Poca leads in the ball game 21-8. So we'll take a break, our second quarter break, come back and get you ready for the Massey Power Sports halftime show coming up next here on Video Productions.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
How much is that doggy in the window?
Let the sunshine in. Get started today with new windows and doors from Window World of Beckley. What better way to do that than our energy-efficient windows and doors for every budget and style? We offer superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price. We offer great financing options too. So why wait? Transfer your home today with Window World of Beckley and let the sun shine in.
And we welcome you into the Massey Power Sports halftime show. And at the break, it is Poca. They're in front of Liberty by the score of 21-8. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They have futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night. Check out futuristic bowling from 10 o'clock to midnight with music, glowing lanes, a light show, fog, door prizes, just $15 a person. For more information, you can call Leisure Lanes at 304-253-7328. So, Eric, nothing as good as going or watching high school football and then going out after the game to Leisure Lanes.
Yeah, I love to go do that bowling. I usually dominate when I'm there, so.
I don't know what he's talking about. He don't even know what he's talking about on that.
You've witnessed it.
And also, we appreciate Giovanni's, where myself, the heavy hitter, and Loretta Stiltner, we had our pregame meal. Giovanni's in Glen Daniel and also in Sophia. Giovanni's, Mamma Mia, if you're not Italian going in. As we take a look at these drive charts for Poca, the very first play of the game, they had a false start. So then they backed them up 5. Then they had another penalty, backed them up. So it was 1st and 20. Then Seth Ramsey, the head coach, calls a timeout. And you said it was a good timeout, settle them down. And then for actual first play of the game, they launched a 66-yard touchdown pass. And it was a thing of beauty. Is McClanahan able to get behind the Liberty defenders. And then the Poca quarterback, McBride, hit him right in stride for a touchdown. A one-play 56-yard drive. That was a 66-yard touchdown pass, and just like that, it was 7-0.
Yeah, and then Liberty was able to, to keep it close right after that big score, and both traded, what you say, a couple drives and some punts.
Yeah.
And I think when the game got out of hand for Liberty is when they drove the ball down and we're not able to punch it in, and Poca was able to score on that ensuing drive and really stretch that lead to 21-0, and Liberty was able to battle back.
Well, when it was 7-0 at that point, when Liberty got the ball, they were not able to move it, and they had a punt. And then Poca able to drive it, and then they missed a field goal. So Liberty had to feel good about that because, Poca had 2 possessions. They scored 1 touchdown, and they drove the ball another, and then they came up short when they missed a field goal.
Yeah, and Liberty, time and time again, I think offensively, they kept shooting themselves in the foot, with some penalties, some personal fouls. They can clean some of that up. They've had success moving the ball. just not success in the red zone area punching anything in.
Well, after that, then Liberty, as you mentioned, they drove the ball down. It was an 80-yard drive, or actually it was 80, just shy of 80 yards because they drove the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line, a 79-yard drive, and they got stopped on 4th and goal, and then Poca able to go 99 yards. They thought they'd hit a 95-yard touchdown pass that got called back, and they said it was a hold, but the flag came as the young man was going across the 30 down the sideline for a touchdown, but nevertheless, Poca was able to still score on the drive. They went up 14-0, and that was a 5-play 99-yard drive, and that got Poca in the end zone in a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, and right there when it was 14-0, Poca had all the momentum, and then Liberty held their own a little bit, and then Poca was able to come up with some more big plays.
Yeah, Liberty goes 3 and out. Poca able to get the ball on the short field, a 43-yard drive. Bonnet with the touchdown run, 21-0. And then right here before halftime, Liberty, Eric, a little momentum. This was a nice 80-yard drive in 7 plays as they got 3rd and forever. And
3rd and 23.
Yes, and what a great pass it was from Workman to Bowman for the touchdown, and then Workman with the 2-point conversion. Liberty a little momentum going into the locker room.
Yeah, and like I said, a much-needed shot in the arm. And if you're Liberty, you have to feel good. Only being down 21-8, and you battled and you moved the ball, and if you can go in and clean some stuff up at halftime, you receive the ball to start the 3rd quarter, and let's see if you go down and score, you're right back in this contest.
All right, we're going to take our first Massey Power Sports halftime show break. When we come back, Eric will have the numbers courtesy of Chris Farish. We'll do that on the other side of the break right here on Video Productions.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
When you're about to go on the most important journey, it matters who you choose to start it with. From your very first prenatal appointment, Access Health's dedicated team is here to support you with the latest technology and personalized care. Preparing for your little one's arrival is a special time. And when the big day arrives, you can be confident knowing you have the same team to guide and support you. Access Health, your partner in health every step of the way.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
21-8, and the total yards reflect Poca, the score right now. Poca has rolled up 257 yards, Maris, in the first half, 77 on the ground, and Preston Bonnet is leading the way for Poca with 6 carries for 36 yards and 2 touchdowns. And through the air, they are 4 for 5. McBride is 4 for 5 for 180 yards and 1 touchdown. And McClanahan has four catches, 180 yards, all of the receiving yards, and 1 touchdown for Poca, for 257 total yards for them in the first half. Liberty, on the other hand, amassed almost 200 yards of total offense. They finished with 134 on the ground and 56 through the air. And through the air, Jackson Workman is 4 of 7 for 56 yards and the late touchdown in the second quarter to pull them within 2 scores. And the leading receiver for Liberty is Bowman, 3 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown. And on the ground, Isaac Williams is leading the way with 9 carries for 68 yards for the Liberty Raiders.
All right, we'll take our second Massey Power Sports halftime break. When we come back, we'll go over some scores. We'll talk second half action, and we also talk about some of the future games we'll have here on Video Productions, as it's a 21-8 lead for Poca at the break as our halftime rolls on here from Glenn Daniel. And on the flip side, we'll have all that for you coming up next here on Video Productions.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert Z. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
And we welcome you back to Glenn Daniel, West Virginia, here at Liberty High School, as it's a 21-8 Polka Dot lead. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins producing, Loretta Stiltner directing, and we have Chris Farish on stats, Jackie Moon on camera. We're going to get to some scores of other games, and some scores of other games are brought to you by Heather Cantley Edward Jones, your financial advisor. You can plan for retirement by opening a traditional IRA or a Roth RIA. You've worked hard for your money. Let your money work hard for you. You can call Heather, and she can take care of you in whatever the best plan for your needs, Heather Cantley can fix you up. She fixed me up. She can fix you up too at 304-254-9995. Also, Scoreboard is brought to you by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal, looking for a job? You can apply for a job with Infinity Coal Company, as you can apply online through their Facebook page at United Coal Company, or you can pick up an application at the Guard Shack located on Independence Road in Sophia. Well, Eric, let's see if you got some scores dialed up for us.
Yeah, I have a final, actually. This is how long this game has been going on. Wheeling Central made the big trip down to James Monroe and won 28-13.
One of the reasons you have a final, they moved that kickoff to 6 o'clock, so that game did start early. Okay. But still, this first half was long, but that is one of the reasons why you got a final on that.
Final, and at halftime, or going into the third quarter, Bluefield 0, Graham 0, so a defensive struggle there. And 9 minutes left in the contest, Beckley at Washington, the score is 10-10 with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Greenbrier West was down 28-13 to Pendleton County on the road there. And Oak Hill Red Devils were up 14-8 at Nicholas County.
So, as we take a look at some of the future games that we have going, Eric, we've got, like, next week, you and I will be with the Liberty Raiders. We'll be down in Athens, West Virginia at Pikeview. And
I have a score on that one. Summers County's up.
That was from last night.
Last night, a final with 15-8.
Right. So you and I will have Liberty and Pikeview. We'll have to get a start time. I'm not sure if that's 7 or 7:30. Hadn't been told that yet. Then on September 12th, we're going to have a middle school game. We'll have Park at Independence. That, as far as I know, will be a 6 o'clock kickoff. And then also coming up on September the 13th, Parkersburg South at Beckley. That'll be Beckley's home opener. Beckley plays at Greenbrier East next week. And as Eric told you, Beckley in a 10-10 tie right now with Washington in the Eastern Panhandle. Then on September the 20th, and we think we can make this happen. We'll have dual games in our market. We'll have Bill O'Brien at Beckley. It'll be Bluefield against Beckley that night. And Eric, you and I will be at Coal City for Independence's home opener against Scott.
Yeah, that'll be a nice doubleheader for the area folks. And that Scott team coming to town, and Independence, they'll be ready, and that will be a great battle.
We had a volleyball match back on August 22nd, Morgantown, Beckley, and Shady at Shady. We've got another volleyball match coming up on September 24th between George Washington and Beckley, and we're looking forward to all that. And that's just some of our early plans here to get us through the first 3 or 4 weeks of the fall season. Well, Poca's made their way back out on the field. We're about 5 or 6 minutes away from kicking off the second half, which seems like that first half lasted forever, I guess because it did, and with all the penalties we had. But at the break, Poca leads 21-8. We'll take a break and come back and get you ready for the second half here in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. 28-8 is the lead for Poca. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
How much is that doggy in the window?
Let the sunshine in. Get started today with new windows and doors from Window World of Beckley. What better way to do that than our energy-efficient windows and doors for every budget and style? We offer superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price. We offer great financing options too. So why wait? Transfer your home today with Window World of Beckley and let the sun shine in.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
And we welcome you back to Glen Daniel, West Virginia, here at Liberty High School. And we're about 3 or 4 minutes away from starting the second half. Poca in front of Liberty, 21-8. So, Eric, we're going to have you put your coaching cap on. If you're in the Poca locker room, you're leading on the road, 21-8. You're kicking off to start the second half. If you're Coach Ramsey, what were you telling your troops?
Well, I think Coach Ramsey still just wants to keep establishing keeping the balance that he's had offensively, because the defense is really they bent and not broken. So I think he just really wants to apply the pressure still offensively to Liberty.
And for Liberty, that was big to score right before halftime, get the 2-point conversion, give them some momentum, and they get the ball to start the second half, which I think is a big drive in the second half in this football game. And what do you think that Coach Workman's telling his guys?
I think he's going to roll that momentum over and say, look, guys, we established the run really well in that second quarter, and I think Liberty probably had more yards in the second quarter, drive to drive. And I think that Coach Workman just says, look, let's clean up our false starts, our penalties, and unnecessary roughness, and I think we can get back in this game with this first drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, Liberty had 4 possessions in the first half, 6 plays before they had a punt, 12 plays before they got stopped on the goal line, so that's 18. Then 3 and out plus the punt, so 18 and 4, that's 22, and then that 7-play drive. So Liberty ran 30 plays from scrimmage in the first half.
Yeah, they did, and that 12-play and 7-play drive, if you can remember, both times they were down in the red zone and then would have penalties to take them back. They picked up a 3rd and 23 on one, and then they picked up it was a 3rd and 12, and they threw it down to get down to the 2-yard line on that 4th down play.
And if you count the kneel down that Poca had, they only ran 19 plays in the first half, but they were hitting some pretty big plays.
Yeah, pretty big plays, and that would be something if you're a Liberty, if you can contain and hold down the big plays, make Poca have to drive the ball and make some mistakes.
And I thought in that first half both quarterbacks played well. Jackson Workman for Liberty, he had a touchdown pass and he ran for a 2-point conversion.
4 or 5 through the air.
And I think McBride, I think he played really well in the first half for Poca as well.
Nice and poised, and great looking player. And right now, Bonnet, is it McClanahan?
McClanahan and Bonnet both have done the work.
Been the 1-2 punch, and you said that at the top of the broadcast that they look about the same, shifty, and they run surprisingly with power for the size.
So Liberty making their way back onto the field, Poca already on the field. And here's what I don't understand, Eric. They put 20 minutes on the scoreboard and they run it down.
Once they just put 25.
Yeah, teams are back on the field. Well, they've added they had 3. I don't know if they put 5. I looked up and it's 2.5. So maybe they added another 3. Whatever it is, won't they put 23? Whatever they're going to run down, why don't they just put that on the scoreboard? I don't get it because both teams were out and ready to go in 20 minutes.
We deal with that in basketball as well. They'll come in and say, we're going to put 5 more on the clock.
Yeah, so this has been a long first half, and we're ready to start the second half. And the reason the first half was so long, each team used all 3 of each of their timeouts. We had 6 timeouts between them, and we had all those flags in the first half. That's why it took forever.
Double digits in the flags.
Yeah, every bit of it.
Yes.
So maybe that's one thing that hopefully both coaches stress to their team. Look, we got to clean up the penalties in the second half.
Yeah, and if you do that, if you're Poca, if you can clean up, if you can cut that in half, you'll be able to put some points on the board.
Now, the captains will meet out at midfield. Liberty will get the ball to start the second half. Once again, next week, we'll follow these Liberty Raiders. We will be down at Athens, my old stomping ground, when I was at Concord over 40 years ago, Eric. And that's where we will all be, as it'll be Liberty against Pikeview. And I will find out the kick time. I'm not sure if they'll kick at 7 or 7:30, but we'll figure that out. And hopefully you'll be in attendance whatever time the kickoff is, watching on Video Productions. All right, still waiting for the captains to meet at the center of the field. We're coming up on a minute on the scoreboard, so we're about a minute away to starting the second half. But, Eric, while we got a minute, what's your thoughts tomorrow, the big game in Morgantown between Penn State and West Virginia?
Well, I think early on, Penn State's going to try to come in and really establish their run early and try to get up on West Virginia and take the crowd. And on the flip side, if that crowd can get rocking in Morgantown, because I think they're probably started tailgating 8 o'clock yesterday evening, and I think it'll be a raucous, packed house, and I'm anxious to see how it plays out. I still think this is the most talented Penn State team that's come to Morgantown. I mean, they're a top 8 team for a reason, but I also think that West Virginia is a lot better. If a Garrett Green can complete some underneath passes, he's good at the deep ball, and they can establish the run, I think West Virginia has a chance to pull the victory out.
Yeah, I think it'll be a very exciting game. Of course, it's on Fox. Big noon kickoff will be there starting at 10 o'clock. Game kicks off at noon.
So think about what's going on in Morgantown the last 2 days. You had the Pat McAfee show
today
there, and they said that it was so crowded and so much traffic that they canceled school for the day in Morgantown. And then you're going to have the premier Fox show, the big noon kickoff. So you're going to have all the heavy hitters from ESPN.
Was there today, Fox tomorrow.
Yes.
And then a game on Fox with Gus Johnson, Joe Klatt at high noon tomorrow on Fox.
That's the premier game for Fox tomorrow. So all eyes will be on it.
Premier here in the second half as Poca's got it teed up here on the 40-yard line on the near side and ready to kick off. And, the kicker for Poca, he has really been outstanding. Barry has really done the job with his leg. And the last time he kicked the ball into the end zone. So 21-8 is the lead. We're ready to start second half. Poca in front. Liberty will get the ball. And back over there on the far side for Liberty will be Riley Marty. And on the near side here will be Isaac Williams awaiting the kick. And we are ready to go start the second half. What's been really a very pleasant night here in Glen Daniel to start the season.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, it's been a well-played contest. A little messy with the flags, but let's see if these guys will go at it as hard in the second half as they did in the first.
All right, ready to start the second half. Poca with a 21-8 lead.
Well, you can see, Maris, how good this kid's leg is. They're pinned on the 1-yard line receiving this kick.
This will be returnable. Caught inside the 10. Good coverage, though, by Poca as trying to reverse his field, breaking a tackle, but not going to be able to get too far was Riley Marty, and that was a good job by the Poca special teams. And Liberty will start this first possession of the second half inside their own 20. Let's see, it looks to be about the 15-yard line. Yep.
Tee it up at the 15, and that's one thing that Poca has won decisively, the battle of field position for the average starting drive.
On that last touchdown drive, though, Liberty did find something, though, with Workman and Isaac Williams running the ball.
Yes, they both were able to, get a full head of steam and get on the second level of this Poca defense and really gain some yards.
So from their own 15, it'll be 1st and 10 for Liberty, the first play of the second half. Workman from the shotgun. Surveys the defense, waits on the snap. Takes it. Yeah, running play to Williams up the gut, and he'll pick up 5 yards and get out to the 20-yard line on first down.
And that's what you need to start the second half. Positive gain. So that'll be 2nd and 5 yards, and let's see if the Liberty Raiders can capitalize on that momentum that they ended the first half with.
Liberty signaling in the plays. Got plenty of time on the play clock, coming up on 20. 2nd and 5 for Liberty on their own 20-yard line. Workman from the gun. Williams to his right. Workman takes the snap. It's a run all the way up inside. Following, he's blocking and only able to get a couple yards out to the 22-yard line and bring up third down.
Well, good shoestring tackle there because it looked like Workman was going to bounce that out to the right and had some running room, but good short tackle by Poca. I wasn't able to see who came up with the stop.
So 3rd and 3, and this is a big play because you don't want to go 3 and out, obviously, to start the second half.
Yeah, you want and you don't want to kick it to Poca because they have some deadly deep backs as well.
Workman to throw, got a man open. It's Bowman. It went right through his hands. It would have been a first down. The ball might have been a tad high, but very catchable, and that's one Bowman he probably wish he had back.
It was high, but it hit him in the hands, and It looked like it was a busted route running here because two guys were in the same area, but that hit him in the hands, and 9 times out of 10, you should be able to haul that in.
Yeah, Bowman, a good receiver. If he would have caught that, it would have been a first down, but now it'll force a punt. It'll be 4th down, and Liberty's Riley Marty will be back in punt formation. He'll be inside his 10-yard line. So Poca should get good field position. McClanahan is one of the 2 deep back. It's a fake, and they're going to get a first down. That's a nice play as they fake it, and Jackson Workman able to take the snap. And, boy, what a big play call that was for Liberty. And Workman picks up the first down out to the 30-yard line as we watch the replay.
The replay, watch how the punter sold it. He was out of the view of the camera, and that was a good play call. And I think you had to roll the dice right there if you're Liberty, if you had any chance of trying to get back in this game.
They pick up 8 yards on the fake punt. It's a first down out to the 30-yard line. So Coach Workman pulling out a trick play here on the first possession of the second half. You got to like that a little bit. You got to be ready for everything.
Well, you got to give the young kids a chance to get this momentum or keep this momentum.
Here's a running play. Williams, he'll get over the 35. He'll get 6, maybe 7. And there you go. See, you get a little momentum like you talked about, Eric, with the fake punt. And now a nice positive play for Liberty on first down.
And, Williams has done a great job. At 5'8", 160 pounds, he runs a little bigger than that. And once he gets to that second level, he's a tough load to bring down.
He picked up 6 on the play out to the 36-yard line, 2nd and 4 for Liberty. First possession of the second half. Workman takes the snap. Hands it to Williams again, and this time he's bottled up, and he'll lose back to the 35-yard line, and it'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, and that time the defensive end for Poca was able to really make some noise, and that's Rome Bragg right there, big defensive end, and nobody got a hat on him, and he was able to make a big stop.
So big 3rd down here, 3rd and 5 for Liberty on their own 35-yard line. They're going to go empty in the backfield as Workman will send receivers trips to the top of the screen and twins to the bottom of the screen.
This may be a quarterback draw here.
Workman takes the snap to throw. He's got time throwing the deep ball on the far side, one-on-one coverage, and it's a great defensive play right at the last minute. The Poca defender able to knock the ball out and bring up a 4th down play.
Yeah. Poca may have got away with one right there. It looks like he had his hand in the cookie jar a little too early on this one.
As Workman dials it up, we'll see. But look at the way he threw that ball. Looked like a pretty good play. And for once, we don't have a flag.
Yeah.
So it brings up another 4th down, and you wouldn't think that they would try to fake it again.
Yeah, no.
You wouldn't think so. As Riley Marty will be back to punt on 4th and 5 for Liberty. Here's the snap, and here's the punt. And it's going to be a short punt. It's going to take a bounce and go out of bounds here on the near sideline. And Poca will still get good field position on their own 43-yard line to start their first possession of the second half. So Poca will have it 1st and 10.
Be at the 37.
I beg your pardon. Is inside the 40 at the 37. You are correct. So that's where Poca will set up shop. 1st and 10 there, leading in the game. 21-8 at the 9:04 mark of the 3rd quarter. So McBride will bring him out of the huddle. He's had a outstanding first half. This is their first possession of the second half from their own 37-yard line. And let's see, McBride, he will work from the shotgun. Takes the snap. They'll throw a little swing pass in the backfield to Bonnet, and Bonnet's hit hard, but he does fall forward and gets a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah, he made something out of nothing right there, Bonnet. That was one of the the worst passes of the evening right there for Poca, and Bonnet was able to get his hands underneath that one and get up the field.
That'll get him a couple of yards, make it 2nd and 8 on their own 39-yard line. 8.5 remaining here in the 3rd. First regular season meeting ever between the two teams. The only other time they played was in the 2021 postseason game played at Poca, which Poca won. Up under centers McBride, out of the I formation. It'll be the second man through. Bonnet, he tries to take it to the outside. He's got some run room. The ball's out. And there's a penalty flag on the field, and Liberty has got the recovery, and I think this is going to stand because I think the hold.
There was a hold on against Poca on Jackson Workman, number 2. Defensive end was trying to hold contain.
Yeah.
And really got held there. But this is a big time
hit.
whop at the end.
Yes.
Ooh, reckless abandon, and that's coming in for Liberty was
that was a nice big play that
it's
time
number 11.
by Riley Marty.
Riley Marty, yes. He came in and he really laid the wood. That's his second big hit. That is his second big hit, and that was a much-needed turnover.
On the fumble, that's our first turnover of the ball game, and Liberty will have it at the Poca 44-yard line.
Big-time hit. I love to see that contact. That was – and he was rewarded by turning the ball over. And Liberty cooking now. They've been able to operate on this side of the field. They've had success.
Here's Workman. First down. Keeps it. Tries to get to the edge. He's got some running room. He's inside the 40, inside the 30. There's a flag. That will come back, and he had a nice gain. And, once he already got that far, you don't need to do anything. He's already got the first down.
That's one of those where you just throw your hand up and shield him. I mean, it's flag after flag as you see the replay.
Yeah, nice
and
run.
And that one was. That was clearly a hold on 9. That was actually.
And he didn't need to do it.
Did not need to do it.
So that will negate a very nifty run by Jackson Workman. And right now, you can't beat yourself, and that's what these teams have done. Poca turned it over. Now Liberty with the big play. Now they have a penalty.
And it seems that Liberty does something every time they've had a big gainer on the plus side of the field to take them back. And that was a clear hold.
Yep. Now it happened downfield. They'll take it from the spot of the foul, which was down inside the 30, about the 25. So it's still may be a first down, but not the gain obviously they would have had. The ball comes back to the 35-yard line, and it might be first down and 1 because he'll get the down over because of the penalty.
Yeah, it's a replay of the down, so it'll be first and 1.
First and 1 from the 35-yard line. From Poca's 35. So let's see if Liberty will maybe take a shot to the end zone here. Workman's got a big arm.
Well, there's one thing it's man coverage on the outside, the boundary close to the Poca sideline.
They'll give the ball to Williams. He'll pick up that first down and get the ball to the Poca 34, maybe the 33, depending on where they put him down. But it'll be enough for a first down for Liberty.
And that's a good, smart play. Just go. But I think first and 1, I'm taking a shot downfield. That is the perfect time to throw one on man coverage, because – but I guess moving the chains is key and imperative, too, a fresh set of downs.
So they'll put the ball at the Poca 33, first and 10 for Liberty. Workman from the shotgun. Takes the snap. The snap gets past him, and he's able to get on it, and the ball goes all the way back to the 44-yard line. And as you said, Eric, seems like that Liberty just finds a way that they've living on the edge, that when they do something positive, then they've had some negatives.
Yes, I have a scoreboard update here for the local schools that we also cover, and I want to send a shout-out to Dave Saunders for keeping me updated. In the third quarter, Roane County 14, Shady 12. Beckley and Washington going to OT, still tied at 10-10.
Wow. Of course, the other team we followed, Raleigh County Independence, they came up a little short last night. They lost to Herbert Hoover 37-30. Independence got a long trip next week, going to Brook next Friday. So it'll be second and long for Liberty. Workman, he loses control of the ball again.
Yeah, and that's just two mistakes on the young quarterback, because both of those, the ball can't always be perfect when it's snapped when you like that, and it hit him in the hands, and he'd like to have both of those plays back. And once again, Liberty, time and time again, whether it's been a penalty or a bad snap or mishandled snap, has really put them. It's 3rd and 20.
Well, look at this. They had a first down at the Poca 33. 2 plays later, they're on their side of the field on their own 49.
Yeah, and this is where offense becomes tough, because you pretty much become predictable and one-dimensional. Because they can set back in the zone, that being Poca now, and really just.
Workman to throw, and he overthrew it, and it's intercepted. A lot of room for Poca coming back the other way. Tackles broke down the near sideline, And a big play, and that's McClanahan.
That's the man right there. And McClanahan right now is going to take the game ball with him back to Putnam County on the bus because he's been a game wrecker, and he does what you should as a deep safety. All he has to do is sit back there and read the eyes of the quarterback, and he played center fielder. And great play.
Trying to get the ball. Bowman was overthrown, but you put Liberty in a bad situation. You had a 1st and 10 at the Poca 33 after 2 mishandles of snaps. You're scrimmaging from your side of the field on 3rd and 27. So we had back-to-back turnovers, and now Poca with the return has the ball at the Liberty 32-yard line.
Yeah, 32-yard line, and just like that, just flip the field and cook them with gas right now on a Friday night.
So McClanahan, and of course, in pretty much all schools, especially your smaller schools, your best athletes play everything. They play on both sides of the ball. And we touched on that in our pregame show. McClanahan doing work. Here comes a quick pitch. Here's a nice gain on 1st down for Poca. That's Bonnet. And Bonnet able to take the ball down to the 26-yard line of Liberty.
Yeah, and you said it earlier, to use your phrase, a little thunder and lightning, because Bonnet's been able to, do all the power running, and then when they give it to McClanahan on the outside, he has the jets and the skill. This is a good team, this Poca team.
Yeah, I think I used the term smash and dash, which is the same thing as thunder and lightning.
Same thing.
Yes, we all know what that means. So from the 26, it'll be a 2nd down play for Poca. Getting ready to go under the 5-minute mark here for the 3rd quarter. Out of the I formation, which you don't see too much of that anymore. And it'll be a handoff. Bonnet to the edge. And he's got running room, a 1st down. He takes a big hit and he falls forward as he gets close to the 10-yard line, and they put him down at the 11, and another 1st down for Poca.
And another helmet lost by Poca at the end of the run. Yeah, this is a good hard run by Bonnet as we look at the replay, and helmets are flying, and this has just been a big physical game. Got a
couple injured players down. Look like they're both from Liberty.
I think they're cramping, man. I don't want to be a physical therapist, I'm not going to Ohio State for anything like that. But
one guy's definitely cramping because they got his leg up. The other guy, I'm not sure if it's a cramp or he was part of that collision there at the 11-yard line. But while we got a minute, Eric, do you see if you can update us with the scores?
Let's see if I can pull these scores up.
And our scores are brought to you by State Farm Insurance. State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can call Scotty Brown in Shady Spring, a State Farm agent, at 681-238-6130, and he'll take care of you. As I mentioned, State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there for you. You got some updates?
The scores are still the same. Bluefield and Graham pitching a shutout against one another, still 0-0. And like I said, Roane County leads Shady by 2. Red Devils 28, Oak Hill Red Devils 28. Grizzlies of Nicholas County 8, and the Flying Eagles are locked in the battle 10-10 with the Washington Patriots.
Also, tonight's scoreboard and game brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond is the broker. You can dial him up at 304-256-0101. He can get you in the property of your dreams. You can check him out online at wvuexitelevation.com. Well, they're still attending to the injured party for Liberty, and while they do that, we'll take a quick break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert Z. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are.
Greenbrier West is cut it to 27-21.
That's Eric telling you. You heard that score. Pendleton County 27, Greenbrier West 21.
Yes.
So we're ready to resume play. Poca has a 1st down at the Liberty 11-yard line. This drive started on the Liberty 32 after a nice interception by McClanahan and a nice return. So 1st and 10 Poca from the Liberty 11-yard line. It's a quick pitch. Trying to get to the edge, and Liberty's going to have a great defensive play And that play was Riley Marty who led the charge.
Yeah,
and
he
that's
led
a
the
loss.
charge, and it was almost another fumble right there by Poca.
So the loss, let's see where they put the ball at, goes back to the 17-yard line. They lose 6 on the play. We're coming up on the 4-minute mark here of quarter number 3. We haven't had any scoring yet here in the second half. Poca got off to a 21-0 lead. Liberty scored late there in the first half, got the 2-point conversion to cut it to 21-8. That's where we are now. It's McBride, and works up under center. In the I formation, Bonnet, he's got the edge. He's got running room. He's inside the 10, and he takes a big hit. He's inside the 5. He falls forward. He's going to have a Poca first down, first and goal. They're going to put him down about the 2-yard line, and that's where Poca will have it, first and goal from there.
Yeah, good tough run on the inside right as he cut up, and then I think they're marking him just shy of the first down.
Yeah, they may.
They
are.
moved the ball back.
You're right.
The old move the ball back to the mark on the inside foot.
Well, they had to get to the 1. You're right.
Yes.
So they're at the 2. So that does make sense. 3rd and 1. And let's see. They'll work out of the power, not the power, but actually the I formation, which is something you don't really see too much now. Bonnet will get the carry, and he'll fall forward. And I think he's going to get to the end zone, and he will for a Poca touchdown. So it's a touchdown by Bonnet, his second of the night. And Poca's extended the lead is after the turnover. They're able to go 32 yards in 5 plays. Bonnet, as I mentioned, his second touchdown of the night, a 2-yard run. And at the 3:03 mark, that will extend Poca's lead to 27-8.
Yeah, and that's to go up 3 scores here. That's a big score right now because Liberty has pretty much been, one-dimensional, able to complete a few passes here and there, but once they get in predictable pass situations, it's been tough for them.
And the point after is blocked. It is blocked, and so the score will remain Poca 27, Liberty 8, 3:03 remaining in the third quarter, as it was a 32-yard drive in 5 plays after a Poca interception. Bonnet finishes off the drive with a 2-yard run, his second touchdown of the night. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes good as an ice-cold Pepsi in a blue can, or the Pepsi Zero in a black can, or a Diet Pepsi in the silver can. Poca back out in front, Eric, 27-8.
Yeah, and a good job by Poca seizing the moment after the turnover and turning turnover into 6 points and extending the lead.
And, if you look at this, if you look how all this unfolded, first of all, for Liberty, they had a 1st and 10. Things were going good. They faked the punt. They kept the drive alive. Then they had a punt. Then they got a fumble. They had a 1st and 10 at the Poca 33, and then 2 snaps later they were across midfield, and then that's what forced that 3rd and 27. They threw a pick, and then Poca able to flip the game again and then score a touchdown.
And once you had those 2 costly, fumbles, snaps, and it just sets you against the chain, and all these teams are very smart and well coached, and when you have someone 3rd and long, they're going to pass. You just set back in zone and try to make the passing lanes tough for them to complete, and unfortunately Liberty completed it to the wrong team.
And now here's the thing too, Eric, down 27-8, we're deep into the third quarter, just 3:03 left in it. So now if you're Liberty and you're this far behind in this juncture of the game, do you scrap the running game and just start opening it up a little bit more, or because it might take a while to get back in the game by by running the ball?
Well, I think they have some people capable of breaking big ones in Isaac Williams, but I think what you need to do is you do have to spread it out, lighten that box, put more receivers, go trips to one side or whatever, have one deep back, and really just try to create some running lanes and big gainers.
Because, we've seen that Workman capable of throwing the deep ball, Bowman capable of catching it.
Yeah, they have the pieces, to complete big plays. But
I don't know why this kickoff's taking forever. It's like if it's taking them an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes. I mean, I don't know. It's been a lengthy delay. And now Poca's got it teed up. Yeah, still not sure what we're waiting on. And now here comes the kickoff. And that's a good kick. And it will be returned from the goal line. And it won't get back to the 20. And that's one thing, Poca has not outkicked their coverage. Their coverage has been really good on all these kickoffs.
They're sound on special teams, that's for sure, with the leg on the kicker and great coverage. Everyone staying in their lane and really keeping Liberty from getting even back to the 20-yard line several times.
Yeah, so Liberty's going to start this drive on their own 16-yard line. Poca leads in the game 27-8, just under 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And now we got a timeout. And, you hate to burn a timeout right there right after a kickoff. So, Eric, while we got a minute, see if you got some scores for us. See if we got anything on Beckley and Washington. You said they were playing in overtime, game tied at 10. And Oak Hill was beating Nicholas County. Greenbrier West was trailing some of the local teams. And you did say Wheeling Central did beat James Monroe.
Yeah, that final was 28-6.
And that's a good James Monroe team. So Wheeling Central's pretty good to take that 5-hour bus drive from Wheeling Central down to Linside and be able to beat a very good James Monroe team on the road that decisively.
Well, update, Flying Eagles 18, Washington 10. So I don't know if it's final. It doesn't say final. It says first OT.
Well, maybe Beckley scored, went for 2, and then now Washington
has a chance
on the bottom half.
Yes.
It's kind of like baseball, the bottom half.
Bottom half of it, yeah.
Washington will have to score a touchdown and 2-point conversion.
Oak Hill Red Devils up 28-8 in the fourth quarter. Of course, the game we're doing, Montcalm Generals up 14-6 over the Buffalo Bison. And this is – you usually have offensive fireworks. This Beavers, Bluefield Beavers and Graham game, I mean, it's a defensive struggle.
Nothing to nothing still.
I think Loretta could go down there and maybe score.
Yep. Well, they've during the timeout, they moved the ball from the 16 back to the 15. That's where Liberty will have it on their own 15-yard line. They'll run the ball, and that won't gain much. A yard maybe to the 16, and that's about it.
And real quick, this one just went final. Greenbrier West suffers a loss to Pendleton County, 27-21, the final.
So Pendleton County gets the win. And it shows you Pendleton County, obviously pretty good. There's a lot that can be said about, and we do it as well, talk about teams in the preseason.
Yeah.
Then when they actually start playing the games, then teams that we don't talk about sometimes beat the teams we do talk about.
That's right. And you're thinking Greenbrier West, they played in the final last year.
Yeah, here's a pass play, and the ball was out. I don't think he ever caught it.
Never caught it. Never made a football move. I think that's incomplete.
Yeah, the far side official there for a minute, I thought he was going to mark it at the 20. But
the only football move he made was backwards because he was quickly corralled. Yeah, the ball's out as soon as he.
Yeah, he never caught that.
Yes.
So it'll bring up third down to 9 for Liberty on their own 16-yard line. Clock stops with 2:13 left in the third there on that incompletion. Like I said, you put Workman, you put any quarterback in a tough situation when it's third and long, especially when you're behind and Poca's going to sell out because they know there's not going to run the ball. It's going to be a pass play. As soon as I say that, Workman takes off and runs. Will he get to the sticks? He will and get a first down. Workman able to get to the sticks, but guess what we got?
It's a penalty flag and one local score update. This game has gone final. Beckley wins on the road in overtime. Roane County has extended its lead now to 21-12 over Shady. And Graham Bluefield, 2 minutes ago left in the third quarter, still 0-0.
Wow. So Beckley gets a big win in overtime on the road, beating Washington by the score of 18-10.
That'll make that 5-hour bus ride a lot better when you come away with a victory.
It'll seem like 2.5 on the way back.
That's right. You're on cloud 9 half the way back.
And a big win for Beckley as they'll take on arch rival Greenbrier East on the road next Friday. Of course, with the penalty, that will negate the first down run from Jackson. Jackson Workman, that is. That'll put the ball back inside the 15, back to about the 13-yard line. Third and long, Workman to throw, throwing deep. And it is almost caught, and the was going to be picked off for a minute. And actually, Riley Marty probably should have had that.
Should have came down with it. That's 2. I mean, hey, Jackson Workman throws a good deep ball.
Yep. So it'll be fourth down, and Liberty will have to punt, and the punter will be backed up probably right near their own goal line.
You know what score that we haven't checked locally is Greenbrier East and Riverside.
And Riverside
hasn't been updated on the scoreboard.
Yeah, we haven't got a score as the punter now, Riley Marty, will be standing in his own end zone as he's set to punt this away. 10 on the play clock. Poca really in control now with a 27-8 lead. They should get really good field position. There's a low snap. Here's the punt. It's going to be returnable. McClanahan, and he's hit immediately. He breaks a tackle. He gets to the edge. He's got running room down the far sideline. He's inside the 20, takes another big hit, a flag as he's hit out of bounds, and that looked like a really good hit. I don't know about what the penalty is going to be, but that looked like a really good hit.
I'm sure we're going to get our trusty replay, Little General instant replay here. Please tell me where the flag is at the end of this run.
No penalty there, down the sideline. I don't know where the penalty would be on that one. That's just a good football play. Don't know. So we'll wait and see. Let them sort it out.
I mean, this is one where they need to huddle up and pick that flag up. There's nothing.
The only thing that I will say, Eric, is, we provide the replay, and people at home can watch it, and they can decide for themselves of what they think. But they called a penalty on Poca.
But that's what I'm saying. How was the runner being penalized for running and defending? I mean, it was –
I don't know. I don't know what that was, but they're going to call that on Poca.
As we see it here in slow-mo.
Let me see.
What? There's nothing there. He didn't lead with his helmet.
That's just a football play. I don't get it either. But anyway, they're going to penalize Poca on the return, and I don't understand it. The ball will come back across the 25, and let's see where they put the ball down at. The ball's going to be put down at the 26-yard line of Liberty.
Hey, well, the instant replay, like you said, our viewers can see it, and
they can decide for themselves.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Here's McBride with a first down, up under center. They'll hand the ball. There's a fumble, and then able to get back up on it is Bonnet, and he's got some running room, and he kicked it and fumbled it again. The ball's out, and this time Liberty will get it.
Wow.
He
fumbled twice on the same play.
And then he kicked it when he hit forward.
Another cramp for
and
Liberty.
Liberty able to pick up the loose ball. This is kind of a real wild play. He fumbled it, and now he's running, and he got hit there, and then he kicked it and kicked the ball about 15 yards. And then the recovery's made by Liberty, and now Liberty will take over as Poca turns it over. So Liberty will take over on the turnover with 1:28 left in the third quarter and 27-8. And we've got a Liberty player down. And let's see where Liberty will take the ball at as we watch that last replay. And like I said, that was a good football play. And I've never seen it, how they would call that on the runner.
But it wasn't helmet to helmet.
No.
The guy's shoulder pad was here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Liberty will get the ball on the turnover. And let's see where they put the ball down.
At the 6-yard line?
Well, Liberty still got their defense out of there, but I don't understand that because Liberty definitely recovered it. Right?
Hey, are they saying Liberty didn't recover the fumble?
Because Liberty definitely recovered the fumble.
Oh, they got it.
Now they got it.
Okay.
So Liberty will now take over, and they'll have the ball on the let's see where they're at.
6-yard line.
6-yard line. And Workman will keep it up inside and get across the 10. So we're approaching the 1-minute mark of quarter number 3. Second down play.
We've had a little bit of everything in this game, right?
We've had a little bit of everything and a lot of penalties. As this running play goes for maybe a yard, maybe 2. It'll be third down. We're up under a minute left here in the third quarter. And Poca's in front 27-8. That was Isaac Williams. And like I said, not a lot of room there. He got maybe a couple. And they're going to need 6 yards here on this third down play. Final 30 seconds of the third. Workman from the gun, as he's basically been there all night from the shotgun formation. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it himself. He'll run up inside, and he's not going to get there. It'll be fourth down.
That should be the final play of the
quarter, and Liberty will have to punt as we wind down the final 10 seconds of the third quarter. So that is the end of the third quarter with the score Poca 27, Liberty 8. We'll take a 1-minute break and be right back with the fourth quarter right here on Video Productions.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
We're headed to the fourth quarter here at Liberty High School. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Poca leads 27-8, along with Eric Thomas. I'm Eris Lowry. We have the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing, Loretta Stiltner directing, and the guru of stats, Mr. Chris Farish, handling our stats tonight once again. All right, Eric, going to the fourth quarter, and it'll be a fourth down play. Liberty will be in punt formation, I would think. Even though it's fourth and short, I don't think they would go for it here.
No, it looks like they have the
looks like they are going
out
for
there.
it. Yeah, I guess they figured down 27-8. It's close enough to go for it, and they figure they got to cash in.
Try to make something happen.
So here's Workman. He'll roll the pocket to the near side. He throws, and it's incomplete. And on downs now, Poca with a very short field will now take over. So Liberty unable to be successful on the fourth down play.
You know, I question a few play calls, but that one, I think you're better suited to have a right-hand quarterback rolling to the right a little bit. That's hard to really be getting chased and get square enough to complete that pass.
So Poca will take over, and they'll have the ball at the Liberty 15-yard line. And, Eric, you got to think maybe if the game hasn't been put away, it could be put away if Poca's able to get a touchdown on this drive.
Yeah, it looks like Poca doesn't have their –
you here in Glen Daniel, because we all may not make it home in time of curfew.
I'm way past my bedtime.
Yeah. You're going to turn into a pumpkin, right? Okay. Well, Eric, see if you got any more scores.
Trying to get me an update here. Roane County's up 29 to 12 on Shady, 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
So Roane County has been very good over the last several years, and it looks like they're going to start out 1-0.
Yeah, and we talked about that team. That's one of those teams that, I don't know, statewide they go under the radar, but I've had a chance to see them twice, and they're well coached, and that's a good, solid ball club.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, the old country store we love with some pig. Cracker Barrel in Beckley and Princeton, no matter whether it's lunch, breakfast, or dinner, we love us some Cracker Barrel. Yeah. Also want to tell you about Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They have futuristic bowling every Friday and Saturday night from 10 o'clock to midnight. And we might be here through futuristic bowling at the rate this is going, because it's going to start here in about 5 minutes. And we might be able to make it there by midnight. But if you can't make it tonight, you can always call and reserve your lane at 304-253-7328.
Poca fumbled the snap there. And
yep, as I was talking, and it's a massive pileup. And the loss will go back across the 10, out back to the 12-yard line.
Okay, so I have a final score from another local game. Oak Hill goes on the road to Nicholas County and comes away with the win as they defeat the Grizzlies 28-15.
Oak Hill starting a new quarterback, a transfer from Beckley. And, Oak Hill made the playoffs a year ago, got a Liberty player hurt on the play. So while they attend to him, it looks like he's got cramps. We'll take a quick break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College.
Out of the injury timeout, it'll be Poca with a second down play at the Liberty 12. Coming up on the 10:40 mark of the ball game, and Poca trying to maybe put the exclamation point on this game if they can punch this one into the end zone. And this will be a pass play. They throw. They got a man wide open in the end zone. It's caught for the touchdown.
Yeah, what a terrific play call. They faked the little pass, tip pass, and hit a wide open receiver in the corner of the end zone.
Yeah.
And I think that was
as we watch the replay, we'll see it is McBride with a great job. Like I said, they faked the little pass there.
Looked like Peyton Cook here.
And Cook able to he was wide open, no one near him, and he's able to haul it in. And that is Preston Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
So Bennett able to haul it in for the touchdown at the 10.5-minute mark, and Poca flexing its muscles with a 33-8 lead. And now they'll try the extra point from placement. There's the snap. The hold is good, and the kick is also good. So with 10:29 remaining in the game, your new score is Poca 34, Liberty 8. Your scoring recap brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Nothing tastes as good in a blue can as Pepsi. And, Poca, after they hold Liberty on downs, they only need 4 plays to go 15 yards. They get a 12-yard touchdown pass.
And, we always want to get the names right. So this one, the jersey was pulled up. This is actually the tight end that caught that for Poca, and his name is Colton Perry,
gotcha.
number 8. Yes.
Yeah, you're right. He
so
had his
jersey was up a little bit.
And it was McBride with the touchdown pass.
We want to make sure he gets his shine, man.
That's right.
That catch.
Yeah, we want to make sure that people from Poca don't come after you and
I
because we didn't get the names right. But I'll tell you, one, this roster is printed very small, and two, the press box is not well lit here. And I know reason why they have to. They have to cover the lights because if they didn't, they'd have a reflection on the glass. And so it's very hard to see in here at this time.
I had you back on that one.
I know you did.
And a little update here. Graham just surged ahead in the fourth quarter, 11 minutes to go. Graham kicks a field goal up 3-0 over Bluefield.
Yeah, Graham.
Plenty of time in that contest. This will be 4 in a row?
At least 3, I know, if Graham's able to hang on and win. All right, ready for the kickoff. 34-8 is the Poca lead. And it'll be Poca teeing the ball up here on the far side 40 there on the hash. And like I said, if the game still maybe had some doubt before, I don't think there's any doubt now with that latest Poca touchdown and 10.5 to go. So Poca looked really good, and they started the tone, even though they had 2 false starts before they ran a play. They had 2 false starts and a timeout before they ran a play, but then they had a big touchdown on their first offensive play, and that really set the tone for the entire game.
Yeah, never really looked back. Liberty's had its moments, but if you're Coach Mark Workman, what do you want out of this last 10 minutes? You want your team to execute a little better and at least try to get one more score up on the board.
And I think this is going to be a good Liberty team. I think that they're improved over the last 2 years, as here's a return here to the near side across the 25, and that's a nice return by Riley Marty. But I do think that this Liberty team, they have, even though in defeat tonight, they've showed some things. They've got a good quarterback in Workman.
Yes.
They got Bowman, a good receiver. They got an all-purpose player right there, and the young man that just ran that kickback,
and Isaac
Riley
Williams,
Marty. They got Reams, a running back.
They have pieces.
They have pieces,
and the young line has played good.
Yes,
I mean, it's not like they haven't been able to own the line of scrimmage a little bit against a big Poca front. So, like you're saying, this Liberty team, it's really trending up, and that's what you want.
Yes. Even though it's disappointing tonight, I do think this is part of growing pains.
Something
because
to build on for next week.
I think Liberty is going to be a better team this year than they were each of the last 2 seasons. So they'll have a first down on their own 29-yard line. Workman from the shotgun, 10:20 left in the game. Poke in front, 34-8. Workman will keep it. He'll come to the near side. He'll try to break a tackle, and he's slung down just shy of the 35. So it'll bring up a second down play. And let's see, he gained about 4 yards on the play out to the 34-yard line. Actually gained 5 on the play to the 34. 2nd and 5 coming up. Workman from the shotgun, 20 on the play clock. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Williams. Williams falls forward for a couple, and it'll be 3rd and short coming up. They'll put the ball down, looks to be the 38-yard line. So they'll need about a yard on 3rd down.
And this is where, Liberty has had problems. 3rd and 1, they've either bobbled the snap late or had a penalty. So let's see if they can get something positive out of this.
Workman will keep it. He'll have a first down across the 40, and he'll get out to about the 43-yard line, and that'll move the chains and a first down for Liberty. So they'll put the ball down at the 43-yard line, up under 9 minutes for the game. But Poca has taken some advantage of Liberty mistakes, and I think the game really changed when Poca held Liberty on that 4th down play from the goal line. Because then Poca was able to go 99 yards, and that was the difference of maybe 14 points right there. The 7 Liberty didn't get, and the 7 that Poca got. Here's Workman out of the pocket, throws the ball down the field, and it's broken up as Workman trying to get the ball to Riley Marty, and the play will come up incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up for Liberty.
Good decision trying to squeeze that one in a tight window right here. Just good defense by the Poca secondary. The safeties have really, when it's in predictable down and distance, they're doing a good job of getting their drops and just reading the quarterback and making plays on the ball.
Yeah, not just on that pass attempt, but on other passes we've seen what a strong arm that Jackson Workman has. 2nd and 10 for Liberty. Workman takes the snap. They'll give the ball to Williams up front. He'll get the ball across the 45 and out to the 47-yard line, and they'll bring up a 3rd down play for the Raiders. Coming up on the 8-minute mark here in the ball game, we'll have our Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. We'll do a quick recap. I have a quick update on stats.
And wrap it up and put a bow on it?
Yep, and get out of here before the curfew sets in here in Glen Daniel. All right, 3rd down play for Liberty on their own 47-yard line. Workman takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. He's trying to get to the outside, and he's not going to get there. He's going to lose back across inside the 45, back to the 44-yard line and 4th down. Obviously, they'll go for it.
Yeah, on that read option, I think that time he should have handed it to the up back. They're really pinning their ears back and going, not reading that fake at all and really going at him.
So on their own 44, they've got to get the ball across midfield. They've got to get the ball to the Poca 47 to keep this drive alive. They'll need about 9 yards here on 4th down. Here's the shotgun snap. They'll roll the pocket. Workman looking to throw. Got a man out there, and it's going to be incomplete. They called a penalty flag, and actually the Poca players ran into each other.
Yeah, they did, but they clipped the –
they clipped the receiver, which is Riley Marty.
Yeah, the legs got tangled up, and that was yeah, they got him.
Yep. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and that will extend the drive. So that will be able to give Liberty a first down. They needed 10. The penalty's 15, and that will give them the first down. They'll mark it off. And the ball will go down inside the 45-yard line of Poca on the 15-yard penalty to the Poca 41-yard line.
I like the way they're just throwing the refs are throwing flags back and forth to one another because that's what they've been doing all night.
Yep.
Throwing them,
So from the 41 of Poca, first down from the pistol set. Workman waits on the snap, and he'll give it to Williams, and a nice run up inside. He gets inside the 35, down to the Poca 34-yard line. So they'll bring up a second down play, and if you're Liberty, you gotta have a little pride. You want to stick us in the end zone.
Well, I mean, this will be some momentum for next week. This game's pretty much out of reach, but if you can find a little offensive continuity, I mean. That's what you need.
Positive,
yeah, something positive.
Yep.
This is a good drive. This will be good for them to maybe go down and get something positive.
They fumbled the ball, and let's see, did they get it back? I think they did. The fumble will take the ball back across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, this has happened every time they've gotten deep into Poca territory. A fumbled snap, fumbled handoff, something disastrous has happened to each of the last 2-3 possessions.
So it'll be a third down play for Liberty. We're coming up on the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter, now under 6 minutes for the game. The ball is put down at the Poca 36-yard line. They'll work from the pistol set. Williams lines up behind Workman. Workman takes the snap, gives it to Williams. He's got a nice run, and the ball's out. It's a fumble.
It's taken.
And here's Poca back the other way. The 40. The 30, and ran out of bounds inside the 15 as Liberty turns it over. And let's see who the young man was that picked that loose ball up. I got to turn the young man that got it was Corey Cook.
Yeah, Corey Cook. And Jackson Workman showed a lot of pride here, not giving up and stopping them from scoring on this and getting the tackle deep down in their own territory.
So mistake by Liberty. They turn it over, and Cook able to run the ball all the way back to the Liberty 15-yard line.
And I think if you're Poca, you're probably just going to give a heavy dose of the run, nothing fancy, just run it straight ahead and really salt this game away the last 5:26 of the contest.
So on the turnover, it'll be from the 15-yard line where Poca will have it. And actually, Eric, I do think this game, it was a little closer than what the score is perhaps going to show. I do think, what do we got here, timeout? I think Poca, no question, has been the better team tonight, but I don't think the gap is quite is what the score indicated, because Liberty has done some things, but as you said, in critical times they made huge mistakes.
Yeah, in critical times, and a lot of the bounces have gone Poca's way, and Poca has capitalized on every turnover that they created, they've scored off of, and they've really capitalized off of every mistake that Liberty has made. So
tonight's game is brought to you in part by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Heather Cantley, And Heather Cantley, located Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley. You can dial her up at 304-254-9995. You work hard for your money, so let your money work hard for you. You can see Heather Cantley, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. She helped me. She can help you. All right, see if you got any more scores. You got any more updates maybe on the Bluefield-Graham game?
Yeah, still 3-0 in that contest. And Shady game's getting late. Shady's down a couple scores.
21-12, was it?
28-12.
28-12, Rome. So Rome
yeah.
looks like they're going to be on their way to winning that. Beckley was the winner, if you hadn't heard. They won in overtime, 18-10.
Oak Hill saw it one away,
Yep.
28-15. And Greenbrier West, last time I checked, was down 27-21.
Have you heard anything on the Huntington Hurricane game? That was one of the big
Well, that's
4A
one
games.
thing I can't pull up. The Metro News scoreboard is locked up across the state.
Well, and that happens on the first weekend, plus also where we're at.
Well,
here
no,
in
I have
Virginia.
perfect service.
Okay.
But someone that's feeding me the scores said it's locked up statewide.
All right, so here's Poca with the first down. And I think they've got a quarterback change. They do, and we'll have to get that for you here in just a second. And now I don't know what the problem is.
False start, probably.
Well, do you see a flag? I mean, this is one time they've stopped it, and I don't see a flag. If there's a flag, I don't see it. And let's see who they've got out there at quarterback now. Oh, still looking.
And just like that, the scoreboard pops up, Maris.
Wow. My magic, huh?
Yeah, magic. And the game you were checking on right before I'll tell you after this play.
Yeah, maybe that is McBride. I still can't see if they have a new quarterback. They look like they do.
It's like a 80
double
number,
digits.
33.
Yep. And wouldn't you know, I wouldn't have that on this roster.
Yeah,
do you
this
have
looks
it on
like
yours?
a JJB.
Because this came right from the coach, and I don't have it. Sorry about that, but that's a nice gain on first down.
Okay, so let me give you some 4A scores from the big guns. Martinsburg at home against Ballou DC Knights. They win 66-0. Morgantown's up on Parkersburg 17-10. Wheeling Park 35, Parkersburg South 14. And the Metro News Class AAA game of the week, Huntington 35.
It'll be a second down
21.
play for Poca. And they fumbled the snap. And actually, we were told by one of the coaches here, Eric, that number 33 is actually number 11, which is Levi Carroll. That's who the quarterback is. So it'll be a third down coming up on the 4-minute mark of the ball game. Third down, the ball back at the 31-yard line of Liberty. And did you say you had a score on that Hurricane?
Yes,
game?
it's in the fourth quarter. Huntington's up 35-21, and Huntington's opponent next week, Martinsburg, won 66-0 as the train keeps rolling in Martinsburg.
And what do we got? We got a timeout. Timeout, Poca, with 3:46 left in the game.
And a scoring update on the Bluefield game, 10-0 Graham. And probably like 5 minutes left in that contest.
Yeah, I was going to say we might be able to make the futuristic bowling tonight at Leisure Lanes with 5 minutes left in it by the time we get out of here tonight, right?
That's right. I hope they have some Pepsis left.
I'm sure they do. Also, what they
the blue variety though. We need the blue.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond, the broker, 304-256-0101. Or you can get them on the web at wvexitelevation.com. Well, next week, Eric, we'll be in Athens. It'll be the same Liberty bunch. They'll be 0-1. They'll be taking on Pikeview, who lost last night to Summers County. They are 0-1. And so one team's going to get in the win column for the first time in 2024.
Yeah, and that's always an exciting game, and I'm glad we're going to have a chance to do that one because both teams are aiming to get them a win.
All right, here's a running play for Poca, and that's got a nice run around the edge and a big gain down to the 10-yard line. And that'll bring up fourth down, though, but a nice gain down to the 10, a 21-yard run.
Well, hey, the The press box is turned into a disco up here.
Yeah.
Got a light show going?
Got a light show? Maybe
hey, it's a
floor show, right? That'd be like last night, I think, that person running the fireworks at the stadium in Minnesota, when they missed the kick, they let the fireworks off thinking they was going to make the kick. All right, here's a 4th down play, and it's a pitch and a big hit by Liberty, and that'll come up short for Poca and turn the ball over to Liberty here in the final 3 minutes of this one.
Yeah, 5 minutes left in the contest down there in Bluefield, and looks like time's running out on the Beavs unless they can get them a quick score.
Bluefield will entertain their crosstown rival. I guess tonight their crosstown rival, cross-county rival. They will take on Princeton next week. So on downs, Liberty will take over. They'll have the ball on their own 10-yard line here in the final 3 minutes of the ball game. This is the 10th possession for Liberty. And, the average possession is 11 in a high school game. This is number 10 for Liberty. And you figure they've had a couple of turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, they've had plays.
They've
had chances and plays. It's just like mistake after mistake after a big play.
And like I said, I do think that Poca obviously has been the better team here tonight, but I do think that Liberty, if they could have made a play here or there, I think the game was a little closer than what the score has indicated, as there's a running play out to the 15-yard line for Liberty.
And classy move by Poca here as they've sprinkled some of their younger players into the mix right now and getting them a little taste of some varsity action.
Yeah, in Poca, Coach Ramsey they overcame a little shaky start, having 2 false starts at a timeout before they scored a touchdown.
It was key.
They hit the big touchdown on the game's first play. They never looked back. They led 21-8 at the break. They've shut Liberty out thus far here in the second half as Liberty fumbles the ball. And nice run after the fumble, first down, across the 30 and out to the 35-yard line. But clock is continuing to run. As Poca's, it's a big win. Anytime you go on the road, especially in an opener, and you get a win, that's like a huge win for Poca.
And, this is a pretty good trip for the Dots to come, all the way from Putnam County down to Glen Daniel. And like I said, the bus rides are always a lot sweeter when you won.
Yeah, and when you win, you're looking, 2.5 hours, almost 3-hour trip from Poca to here.
Easy.
From the 37, Liberty will have it. We're under 2 minutes for the game. We got a new quarterback in there for Liberty. There's a pitch, and that's going to be a loss back to the 30-yard line. Let's see who Liberty's new quarterback is.
Looks like Chase Shea.
Chase Shea. And if I recall right, I think he played in the Beckley Babe Ruth this past season. That name is very familiar to me. And the reason I would know that, I was the president of the Beckley Babe Ruth this past year, and that name sounds very familiar. With the loss, it goes back to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and I think probably 2 more plays left in this contest.
Coming up on the final minute of this one, and Poca's going to get the win. Poca led 21-8 at the break, and they scored a couple times here in the second half as there's a nice run for Shea out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. They might be able to get perhaps one more play. Yeah, they ought to be able to get one more play. That ought to be it with 50 seconds to go in the game. But Poca's going to go 1-0. Liberty going to go 0-1. But there's 2 things, Eric, we talked about that set the tone. First play of the game when Poca hit the big 66-yard touchdown, and then when Liberty was down in the game and they had a 4th and goal to 1, they got stopped, and then Poca able to score right after that, and that took the lead from 14-0 to 21-0, and really, for all basic purposes, that was the end of the game.
Yeah, they never looked back after that. I mean, Liberty had a few key moments and had some momentum here and there, but Poca handled business on the road tonight.
Yeah, we're only about, we're 13 minutes shy of a 3-hour game.
Yes.
That's the ball game. Your final score, Poca wins at 34-8. Take our fourth quarter break. Come back and get you ready for the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show coming up next here on Video Productions.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert Z. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
When you're about to go on the most important journey, it matters who you choose to start it with. From your very first prenatal appointment, Access Health's dedicated team is here to support you with the latest technology and personalized care. Preparing for your little one's arrival is a special time. And when the big day arrives, you can be confident knowing you have the same team to guide and support you. Access Health, your partner in health every step of the way.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your
And we welcome you back to the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show here in Glen Daniel. Final score, Poca defeats Liberty 34-8. And a quick recap is Poca was able to score on the game's first play after they had 2 false start penalties and then a timeout. They were able to hit on a 66-yard touchdown pass from their quarterback McBride to McClanahan. The point was good, 7-0. That really set the tone. Then they missed a field goal, and then when they got the ball again, they were able to go up 14-0. They held Liberty on a 4th and goal from the 1, and then they had a 99-yard drive that, for all intents and purposes, seemed like that really took whatever win that Liberty had, took out of their sails, Eric, when they went up 21-0. Even though Liberty scored late in the first half on a beautiful touchdown pass from Workman to Bowman and then ran the 2-point conversion in, still at 21-8. It looked like Liberty had a little momentum. They weren't able to carry that into the second half, and then Poca's defense shuts Liberty out in the second half. They win the game going away 34-8.
Yeah, and Poca was able to stifle that momentum in the first possession of the third quarter. Liberty was able to run a fake, pick it up, but then 3 plays later gave it back up to Poca, and Poca on the interception ran it and never looked back. All
right, we'll take our first post-game break here on the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show. We'll come back. Eric will give you some final numbers, and then we'll put a bow on this and wrap it up here from Liberty. Final score, Poca 34-8. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but
Brian moves!
A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it.
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Don't drop the ball. Come see your hometown legends at the all-new Greenbrier Ford in Beckley. We won't be beat.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Welcome back into Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. Final score, Poca, they get the win on the road. They go 1-0. They beat Liberty 34-8. And for the numbers here of this contest, here's Eric.
Okay, the numbers will shock you a little bit. Liberty ran more plays and had more total yards as they were able to churn up 249 on the ground for and a total yards of 305 to Poca's 286. But Poca had the big play capability as Bonnet had 3 TDs on the ground, and McClanahan had 180 yards receiving and 1 through the air. For Liberty, Isaac Williams carried the ball 20 times for 106 yards, and I'm going to highlight the little freshman quarterback, Jackson Workman. He did a real good job. He had 19 carries, 60 yards, and he also threw for 56 yards and a score.
Final score, Poca wins 34-8. We'll take one final break, come back, wrap it up here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
How much is that doggy in the window?
Let the sunshine in. Get started today with new windows and doors from Window World of Beckley. What better way to do that than our energy-efficient windows and doors for every budget and style? We offer superior products, professionally installed at a guaranteed low price. We offer great financing options too. So why wait? Transfer your home today with Window World of Beckley and let the sun shine.
Poca defeats Liberty here tonight in Glendaniel 34-8. Poca now 1-0 on the year. Liberty 0-1. Eric, your final thoughts?
Hard-fought contest, and I think Liberty shouldn't hang their head too much. I've seen a lot of improvement from last year's team to now, so looking forward to calling their game next Friday night at Pikeview.
And as Eric told you, that's where we'll be. We'll be in Athens next Friday night. It'll be 0-1 Pikeview against 0-1 Liberty, and we'll check the starting time. Not sure if they'll kick at 7 or 7:30, but if it's a 7 o'clock kick, we'll be on at 6:35. If it's a 7:30 kick, we'll be on at 7:05. We want to thank the entire staff. We want to thank the principal and, like I said, her entire staff here at Liberty High School for help in the preparation of our broadcast. For my partner, Eric Thomas, for the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins. He was producing. Loretta Stillner was directing. For camera guy, Jackie Moon. And for the stat man extraordinaire, the main guy, Mr. Chris Farish. He's one makes it happen. I'm Maris Lowry. Repeating the final score, Poca defeats Liberty 34-8. Good night, everybody.